Every year on April 15th, baseball pauses to honor the great Jackie Robinson, who broke baseball's color barrier 75 years ago today when he joined the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie's debut marked a victory for civil rights, a momentous cultural shift, and just the beginning of a long journey for our sport and for our nation. As Jackie said, life is not important except in the impact that it has on others. And so today we honor the extraordinary impact of the life of the incomparable Jackie Robinson. Major League Baseball's great celebration of the life and legacy of Jackie Robinson continues in San Diego today, where the Braves and Padres meet in Game 2 of a 4-game series. Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Big crowd gathering at Petco Park as the Braves try to rebound in Game 2 of this 4-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Chip Carey, along with Brian Jordan and Paul Bird, where we welcome you to this very special broadcast of Braves baseball. Guys, 1947, Jackie Robinson changed baseball and the world forever. When Branch Rickey brought him to the Brooklyn Dodgers, his impact is still felt by so many, and we honor him and his memory today, Birdie.
No, you're right on, and he's such a good person that we sometimes forget. Hall of Fame baseball player on the field, some incredible numbers. Let's check those out. Look at the batting average here, and here's another thing. Could have gotten here a lot sooner than he did. There's the average, talking about 311. You look at the home runs, the RBI, could absolutely fly. Great defender, and again, put pressure on everybody. What did he mean to me? I have to tell you, regardless of color, I love the way that he handled adversity with a lot of people in this game. A lot of critics out there, everybody's screaming. They're not just critical of his play, they're talking about his color, talking about racism, always on him. How did he handle that? He never fought back except on the field, and fought back off the field with extreme class. And I think when people came later than him who were also African American, they could say, look how Jackie handled it. I can do the same thing. BJ, as a young African American male growing up in Baltimore, what did he mean to you?
You know what, he meant everything to me, and because my mom and my dad taught me about history and sports, and they taught me everything about Jackie Robinson, what he meant to the African American community and African American baseball players. He paved the way for me to have the opportunity to play the great game of baseball. And even as a kid, I was that kid, the only kid, black kid on that baseball team, a travel ball. And I would travel into different places, and I would hear the racial comments. But because my parents taught me about Jackie Robinson, I was able to endure that. And it just carried on through my life when I faced those opportunities. But Jackie Robinson, man, he could play, and he did it with his bat. He did it with his talent on the field. He didn't fight back with words, and he didn't cause any fights or any violence. He did it through the mind, and thank goodness Branch Rickey picked Jackie Robinson to represent African-American community.
Quite simply, Jackie Robinson led a very distinguished baseball life.
Anytime any individual, black, white, yellow, green, doesn't make any difference skin coloring, is willing to sacrifice to achieve better opportunities for his people, then I support it.
Okay. Distinguished.
Distinguished means
to be different.
We talked about all the people who are going to be anti. So we're going to have some people on our side, but we really are not going to have very many allies. And you've got to turn your cheek at every opportunity. You want to know what I could do it.
Jackie was the father. He was the father of the whole program. What he did and predicated upon our abilities as men to do the job that Branch Rickey had put his life and reputation on the line to do.
I know Jackie was the right guy, and I would say 1,000 times, I'm glad it wasn't under me, because I couldn't have took it.
It don't matter what they're trying to tell me, I'ma go and get it.
And here comes Robinson, trying to steal home. He's safe, says the ump.
It don't matter where they coming from. It don't matter what they're trying to do.
I'm extremely proud and pleased to be here this afternoon, but must admit I'm going to be tremendously more pleased and more proud when I look at that third base coaching line one day and see a black face managing in baseball. Thank you very much.
They opened the doors, and without Jackie, Rachel, I don't know if that door would have been open again for a long, long time.
It don't matter what they're trying to do, cause I'ma go and get it. Yeah. It don't matter where they coming from, cause I'ma go and get it. Yeah.
Champions are limited to the field of play. Heroes operate with their gifts beyond the lines. Jackie is in that rarefied air hero.
Yeah. I'ma go and get it. Yeah.
Okay. Distinguished.
Distinguished means
to be different.
to be different.
Ball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. And by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
We're all hoping today is the day for the Braves to get back in the win column. They play the San Diego Padres in Game 2 of 4 here at Petco Park in San Diego. And what a treat. 2 stars from the 2017 amateur draft will face off in Game 2. Kyle Wright, 5th overall pick, won his season debut against the Reds with 6 terrific innings back at home. Mackenzie Gore, the 3rd overall pick in 2017 out of Whiteville, North Carolina. Kid with a big fastball, pitches for the first time in the show against the world champion Atlanta Braves. We're ready to get things started. Braves and Padres baseball on the Friday night showdown. Time to get a win. We'll get things started in San Diego after one more break.
By your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines, keep climbing. And by Truist, when you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Back in San Diego at Petco Park, big crowd gathering for Game 2 of our series. As we mentioned, fellas, Braves could use a win. They got thumped last night by a 12-1 final score. And hopefully with a left-hander on the mound making his major league debut, these Braves right-handed bats can go to work. Ozzie Albies atop the Toyota starting lineup. Matt Olson hitting second. Couple of changes. Guillermo Heredia gets the start in right field. Orlando Arcia in left with Marcell Ozuna serving as the Braves designated hitter. And you got to figure some butterflies are flowing for Mackenzie Gore, the kid out of North Carolina. #1 pick for the Padres, and he makes his big league debut tonight.
Now, you said it earlier, a couple picks in that 2017 draft before Kyle Wright. Big arm guys from the left side. Reworked his mechanics this offseason, touching 99. We'll look and see if we see that today. He will be amped up, has to calm down the nerves and throw strikes, BJ.
Just what the doctor ordered, a left-hander on the mound, a young guy getting his debut start. I think the Braves hitters should take advantage of it. You got to score early on this kid. Don't let him settle in because he could be difficult down the stretch. 25 of the 35 runs scored by the Braves this year have come against left-handed pitching, so that's a good sign we hope that will continue. BJ, what else do you look for tonight on your Ford Keys? Well, my Ford Keys, hey, Austin Riley, I think really being that #3 hitter, he really showed us he's the leader offensively on this team. He needs to get it done tonight. And Kyle Wright, he needs to follow up on that great start. 6 innings pitched in that first game. He looked terrific. And he has to be the stopper today. We need something big. And some early offense would be nice. Braves have given up their share of first inning runs. They've had to play from behind an awful lot. Certainly did last night. In the blink of an eye, it was 5-0 San Diego as Charlie Morton didn't have any luck in the first 2 innings. In fact, the Braves got their lone run on a leadoff homer in the 9th inning from the leadoff man Ozzie Albies, and that was the sum total of the offense. To be honest, Brian Snitker was very clear after the game. That was not a very good game for the Braves last night. Now, give credit when credit is due. Opening day for San Diego, those guys came out swinging. They were struggling offensively leading up to yesterday. They really broke out in front of a loud home crowd.
You've heard in baseball, you got to have a short memory. Sometimes it's just not your night. You turn the page. The sun came up again in San Diego today like it always does. It is a new day. The Braves were still the defending world champions. We'll see if their game shows up. So young Mackenzie Gore about to make his first pitch in the major leagues versus Ozzie Albies.
And it's popped out of play foul, and we're underway on a 64-degree night at Petco Park.
Ozzie coming out of the gate, major league debut. Never seen him before, swinging.
Hey, that's a great sign. You got to be aggressive against a young pitcher. His debut, he wants to throw strikes. He does not want to fall behind.
And Ozzie a little late, fouled away again. It's 0-2. There's nothing wrong with this kid's fastball, Paul. It's upper 90s, but it was a mechanical issue that really derailed his progress in the 2021 season.
No, you're right. In that last fastball, 97 miles an hour from the left side especially, that is noise. He changed his mechanics, slow, lower half. You're going to see that in his delivery right here. He's going to be deliberate and take his time.
You know who his delivery reminds me of? Billy Wagner, who also had a big high leg kick.
I like it.
I could not stand it off Billy Wagner.
He's short on the ball, too.
Yeah, and he had a rising fastball.
You weren't the only one. Hope Billy Wagner's watching the game tonight. As the pride of Whiteville, North Carolina, Mackenzie Gore has an 0-2 count on Ozzie Albies. The pitch. And that's upstairs. 1-2. Ozzie hot. He's got a 4-game hitting streak with a couple of home runs. And this year, hitting right-handed, really good luck. .444 average in a small sample size. Machado hugs the line at third as Gore lets her loose. And a high fastball. First major league strikeout at 96 miles an hour.
Something to look at right there, Paul. He has good command of that fastball, but he tried to throw an off-speed pitch that was way out of the zone. So maybe you got to hone in on that fastball tonight.
My first big league outing, I was just trying to breathe, let alone hit spots. So I'm impressed the fact that he climbed the ladder and was able to do that and is ahead in the count.
So Matt Olson, the hitter. Matt had a couple of hits last night. And he shoots one off the netting foul and out of play. No balls and a strike for the Braves first baseman. Olson's .543 on base percentage, 8 walks, and a .407 batting average. And that one a little high for an even count.
Olson's stance a little more open to lefties. He does hit lefties well. That's not an easy thing to do in this game.
Paints a corner. Again, pitcher will have a huge advantage in the early going, first time through the order, until everyone has an idea of what his stuff is. And Gore, in his AAA start, 7 strikeouts, 5 innings. And he's getting the call because Snell had to go on the injured list with an adductor strain for the Padres. So Blake lost for the next 10 days or so. And Gore, a kid they've waited a long time to see at this level. 3rd overall pick. And just 23 years of age out of high school. The 1-2 count.
Well, you know, facing a guy like him, everything is hard. He threw an 89-mile-an-hour slider. So for me, that bodes well for hitters, because now timing-wise, you can just time off that fastball. And if he throws you an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, it's almost a fastball, but moving a little bit. Gives you a better chance to handle him.
Good eye by Olson.
Just had 3 walks in spring training, 16 strikeouts. He has had poor control in the minor leagues. This adjustment has helped him a lot on seeing him command his fastball right out of the gate.
And Matt Olson earns a 1-out walk. And he's aboard in front of Austin Riley here in the Atlanta first. You'll note all the players, the bat boys, coaches, staff, all wearing 42 today. In honor of Jackie Robinson. Guys, great job with your comments in our open on this very special day in Major League Baseball. 75 years ago today, Jackie Robinson debuted with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Walked and scored a run at age 28 in his first Major League game. Here's Austin Riley. Alfaro, a nice stop. 1 ball, no strikes.
Matt Olson, a terrific at bat against this young kid. Lefty on lefty, being very patient, taking those sliders away.
Olson, very short lead pitch, and Riley hits it high in the air to right, and that will be Abrams. And in his first big league start in the outfield, Abrams handles his first chance. Big moment for the Atlanta kid last night, his first major league home run here in San Diego. And no trouble, 2 outs.
It's a very talented team, man. You bring the young kid up to play shortstop. He can move to outfield. He's very athletic. And man, hit your first home run, big league home run already.
And he's from Roswell, Georgia.
Blessed Trinity. I talked to him before the game, man. Good kid, really good kid.
Talked to him too. I said, did your phone blow up after the game? He said, oh yeah. Everybody was calling after his big night. So congratulations to C.J. Adams. Here is Marcell Ozuna. Abrams, excuse me, as that's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. First curveball from Mackenzie Gore. Told he's got all the pitches. We've seen the heat. And Ozuna off to a dream start for the Braves. .313 average and has struck out just twice. The ball is being barreled by Ozuna here in the first week's worth of play. Bouncing ball to short, and that will retire the side. First strikeout, first walk for Mackenzie Gore. Kyle Wright goes to work in San Diego. We're scoreless. Padres are off to a good start. They've won 5 of their first 8 games. Bob Melvin is their skipper. Here's his Toyota starting lineup. Manny Machado had a huge night last night. He was 5 for 6. Eric Hosmer was 4 for 5. Luke Voit drove in 3 runs. And guys, the challenge for Kyle Wright facing the Padres for the first time in his career. Can he do it in back-to-back outings in rotation for Atlanta?
And I think he can. I see a new Kyle Wright. I see a revamped curveball that he throws more. Sinker wants to get the ball on the ground. And I see confidence when he's in the locker room and when he talks to you. And let's face it, this team has really needed Kyle Wright to be the Kyle Wright they expected him to be.
You know, I think last year pitching in the minor leagues, AAA all season long, really helped this kid out, gain that confidence, and get back to where he was at Villanova, throwing that curveball, that sinker, getting ground balls. You gotta love, over at Vanderbilt, I'm sorry. You gotta love what you saw out of him that first game. If he can continue with that confidence, he's gonna have an excellent year.
Trent Grisham leads off for San Diego. He was 0 for 5 last night. And the big pitches you mentioned, Bertie, was the curveball for Kyle Wright. He threw it 31 times against the Reds, got 8 swings and misses with that curveball pitch in his season debut. And that's off the plate, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Couple change-ups right there. I was talking to Cranny, and he said, you know, he really needs to study and look like Charlie Morton.
Yeah.
That good power curve. And then Morton has that high rising fastball, but Heathrow's going to throw another sinker, mix in the high fastball too. See if he can get some ground balls. And, you know, if you're going to paint the corner at 96, I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, that'll work, won't it? and to your point, Brian, Snit told us earlier in the season, it takes time for pitchers to learn what they are. He thought that going back and pitching those 130 innings at AAA, as there's strike 3 to Grisham, 1 out. That might have been the best thing for Kyle Wright, who's now logged over 400 minor league innings, and now maybe he starts to know what he is up here.
No doubt about it. You talk about Tom Glavine and those guys. I mean, they pitched a lot of innings in minor leagues, and they really learned how to pitch there.
Yeah.
Where a lot of these kids are getting pushed up really quickly, and I think confidence-wise, he wasn't ready. And last year, you could just see him blossom and gain that confidence, and when he pitched in the playoffs, man, you could see it. I'm so excited for this kid.
Did you guys bring a voodoo doll to try to take care of Manny Machado tonight? Man, was he locked in game 1.
Wow. talking to him before the game, man. I said, you put on a hitting clinic yesterday. And you know what he said? Hey, if they're going to put that shift on, I'm going to keep my hands in and take those singles until they make that mistake. And sure enough, they made the mistake his 5th at bat.
That was what was most impressive for me. It wasn't just the hits. It was how he did it. He went the other way. He cut down on a swing, and then he went deep later.
And no real shift for Atlanta the first go-round tonight. Olsen way off the line at first base. And Kyle Wright hoping to make a shift irrelevant here as he's jumped ahead of Machado. No balls, 2 strikes. You're going to miss. That's where you want to miss. It's one of the game's great slugging infielders, Manny Machado, who raised his batting average about 130 points last night with a 5-for-6, 2 RBI game.
Not only can he swing the bat defensively, he is terrific.
That's hit to the hole. Dansby sliding stop. It won't stick. It's another hit for Machado. And there goes the no-hitter. 1 on, 1 out. And Jake Cronenworth coming up.
Ooh, that was close. I would have loved to have seen that play if Dansby would have been able to come up with it.
Great effort by Dansby there. I mean, that's the only thing you can do is try to slide and come up with that throw.
He's so good at that play.
He is.
Just didn't stick in the leather. And then that pop-up and strong throw so often from the Braves shortstop, but it's not to be here in the first. As Machado's aboard with the game's first hit, Cronenworth coming up.
Here's what I like about Kyle Wright, not throwing the high fastball and slider. Curve, sinker, ground ball pitch, chance for 2. Can he make it happen?
You think Machado like hitting against the Braves? 6 for his last 7. You said it yesterday, Chip. 7 home runs. And what, 23 at bats?
Yep. Tell him what's coming. maybe that'll help.
That's what you do. You throw it down the middle.
Short lead for him at first. Boy, I like the way Wright's attacking the strike zone. Had a bunch of 1-2 counts in that game against the Reds. Wasn't pitching behind Paul. And maybe the better way of saying it, he wasn't pitching tentatively.
Right.
Cronenworth, a hot hitter, 6 hits in his last 14 tries for the Padres. There's the curve. It's a beauty. 1-2 your count.
I knew Jake Cronenworth was athletic, but yesterday he made some awesome attempts at some balls. They really love this kid here in San Diego.
I'm shocked you didn't try to post him up before the game. You're talking about how good a basketball player he might be.
He got some leaps. Yes.
Said he could dunk. Could you dunk, Mr. Athlete, Mr. Two-Sport Man?
Well, let's see, Paul. I won a dunk contest back at University of Richmond.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Gosh.
1 ball,
Sport Man.
2 strikes. And high, 2-2. How about you, Paul?
I was into the layups, and then, I got where I could do a layup and smack the backboard, and I thought I was really cool when I could do that. That's where I peaked. I kind of tapped out there. I thought you were too big to dunk.
No. Basketball is my favorite sport, Paul.
Gosh.
2-2. And he held up. So a full count. Wright's trying to get him to chase. Cronenworth didn't. Let's see if they turn Machado loose here with 1 out. First innings have not been easy for the Braves. In 2022 so far, runner holds and the pitch is caught on and missed. Up in the zone and Cronenworth swung through it. Big second out for Kyle Wright.
I like this pitch up. No, it's a hanger. It's not ideal. But when you throw the high fastball up and then you throw something that looks like a fastball that's not same spin, which the curveball has, it can fool you. Almost like the backup slider. One of the best pitches in baseball, BJ.
Well, you want to stick with that curveball slider on this guy, Luke Voigt. He can crush a fastball, Paul. We saw it yesterday.
Runner at first, 2 outs. And he missed the front door. 1 ball, no strikes. Voit 2 for 5, 3 RBIs last night. At times had some big swings and misses on that slider. No score, just underway at Petco. Glad you're with us tonight. It's under the hands. And ball 2.
You're right, BJ. They got the memo.
They got the memo. This is a big pickup for San Diego. I like this kid. When he's healthy, man, he is a bomber. He was right at home in New York.
He is thinking about one thing. You look at his swing, he is a prototypical launch angle uppercut. Hit it as hard and as far as you can.
Well, and so many are today. I think I was saying the most impressive for me with Machado was how he inside outed the ball yesterday. And then when he had curveball down and in, he went deep on it, let it eat. I know as a pitcher I hated facing guys that would change it up on you.
Pretty pitch.
Yeah, it was nasty.
So Kyle Wright's a strike away from sending us to the second. And here we go. Fought off another breaking ball. Hey, nice catch off to our right. Fan from San Clemente, California made that grab.
Look, this is an important pitch. We can get out of this inning giving up no runs. I mean, that's a great start for the Braves.
As I said, the Braves have given up 6 runs, 11 hits in the first inning, and have scored just 3 times themselves. So they've had to play comeback ball a few too many times. And there's the fastball from Wright. And he strikes out the side. Great start for Kyle Wright in his first start against the San Diego Padres. Trent Grisham caught looking after a Machado infield hit. Cronenworth swung through a high breaking ball, and Luke Voit couldn't handle the heat. And we go to the second, no score.
The Friday Night Showdown, presented by Kaiser Permanente.
We welcome you back to the Friday Night Showdown. This pitching showdown has lived up to the early billing. Mackenzie Gore in his first major league start has a strikeout. Kyle Wright, taken 5th overall, 2 spots behind Gore, struck out the side, and the duel begins. And to the second we go with d'Arnaud, Duvall, and Guillermo Heredia coming up for the Braves. Man, I love watching young pitchers come up and have success. Wright looked good. Let's see if the Braves can give him a lead here. d'Arnaud at 286 on the year with a home run. And pulled foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's good to see d'Arnaud healthy. He's getting off to a pretty good start, swinging the bat. Most of his hits right up the middle. That's when you know he's going good.
That's why Cronenworth is almost behind the second base bag. Took a shot at right there and is behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One of the more remarkable stats in the remarkable season that was 2021 for the Braves was they used 7 catchers. 7 of them. As d'Arnaud missed a little more than half the year after a torn thumb ligament. And that ball smacked toward Grisham in center. He'll retreat and make the play for out number 1. Can't imagine how hard that would be. You come to the organization, you've got to learn the pitching staff on the fly. But Kevin Smith, Jonathan Lucroy, Stephen Vogt, and others did a really good job of helping the Braves keep everything afloat until d'Arnaud was able to come back.
How about William Contreras?
Yeah.
Going from almost A-ball to the big leagues and being asked to catch every day and swing the bat. He swung the bat really good. I mean, he carried the team there for a little bit.
And that's great experience. That'll serve him well when he gets up here to stay. As Adam Duvall digs in. Adam at 250 on the year.
The tough part about catching in the big leagues, you got to learn staff. You got to learn guys out of the pen, know how to handle, know their tendencies against other guys' hitters, which some guys will have 10 to 15 years experience, and that's hard to do as a rookie, to come up and be that quarterback right away. So you said it, Chip, gaining valuable experience.
BJ, this guy's fastball looks like it has another gear.
Yeah. I mean, it's explosive. It is flying out of his hand with a little rise to it.
I wonder if he can dunk.
Well, pitchers are athletic.
He's got the fast twitch.
0-2. Paints a corner. 97 on back-to-back pitches. Duvall thought it was off the plate, but he's strikeout victim number 2.
Really nothing you could do with this pitch. It's perfect. Didn't even need to be framed or brought over a little bit. It's right there. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
And he looked confident after he released that.
Yeah.
Tough night for Eddie Rosario at the plate and in the field last night. So with a lefty on the mound, perfect opportunity to give Guillermo Heredia 4 at-bats in the game. Heredia limited playing time, a 143 average.
Remember, Heredia started back home in Truist, and he ignited this offense. He just brings the energy. I love when he's throwing that sword around.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right now, Park, this kid doesn't have to use his secondary pitches.
No,
he hits his spots like that with that fastball.
Right off the knuckles, out towards second. Cronenworth with the peg, and the Braves are retired in order in a scoreless second inning. Our colleague Kelly Kroll. Hey, Kel.
Hey guys, well, to continue the conversation on Kyle Wright, I had a chance to catch up with him yesterday, and he said 100% the best thing that could have happened to him was pitching all season last year in Gwinnett. And he goes, you know why? Because you are able to have the luxury of trying to figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. He went on to say, you know, I had a chance to set the reset button and really went back to what I did mechanically in college, combining that with what he now knows and is trying to do now. And he had the time, I thought you'd find this interesting, Bertie, to really ingrain what he was trying to do in every start. You know, you go in between starts and work on things, but then when you come out in the majors in a start, you got what you got that day. But when you're in AAA, you have a chance to kind of fight through that and continue to work on things. And I think we're seeing that now play out for him, as you guys talked about, his confidence, and just really likes where he is right now.
Kelly, I got a question. When you asked him about a scouting report and his stuff, what did he tell you?
Well, you know, you talked about what his repertoire is, and he goes, when it comes to my strengths, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. He goes, I know what my bread and butter is, and yes, I've got a game plan for righties, and I got a game plan for lefties, and if they start to square things up, okay, we can change the game plan then, but he goes, I know who I am as a pitcher now, and I have to play to my strengths, and I think that is probably the biggest difference, right, from the Kyle Wright we saw a year ago, 2 years ago, to the guy we're seeing out on the mound tonight.
That's it. Absolutely beautiful, guys. I believe that's when you know you belong up here, when you're going to be yourself.
Up the middle, into the shift. Tricky hop. But Hosmer's retired, 1 out.
So you're going to look at a scouting report, but if you have a great curveball and it says there's a breaking ball hitter, it doesn't matter. I'm going to throw my curveball because that doesn't mean that you can hit mine. I know myself. I know my plan. And when he had that answer for Kelly, that tells me a lot.
And he, I think, decided to pitch like the guy that made him the 5th overall pick. Yep. Repertoire and stuff. Look, lifetime in the major leagues, Kyle Wright at this moment is 3-8 with a 6.04 career ERA. His last 12 starts at AAA, pitching the way that he did at Vanderbilt, 8-1, 2-11. That's plenty good enough to be successful up here with.
Guys, let me tell you, when I came up and you deal with different hitting instructors, you know, you got here for a reason.
Right.
And then you deal with the hitting instructors that want to change you to the way they used to hit and this and that. you know what? You'll get lost. But you have to, at the end of the day, you got to go back to where you're comfortable and back to where you can drive the ball. And I'm glad to see that Kyle Wright figured that out.
But as a young player, isn't that hard to do, to be Brian Jordan Incorporated instead of taking the advice of what your coaches, the myriad coaches you have through the system, tell you to do?
You know what? And I tell every young player, hey, listen, be respectful, but you know how you got here. Don't lose that. And, you know, yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
This is Jurickson Profar. One ball, two strikes, bases empty, one out. And that's out of play. So, Kelly, it looks like that Kyle Wright is kind of following the lead of a fellow member of this pitching staff for the Braves.
Well, yeah, and I think, BJ, you brought it up, right? Charlie Morton, and one of the other things Kyle said to me yesterday was he watched nearly every Morton start last season in Gwinnett, and he goes, you know, of course we're a little different. He uses his four-seam a little bit more, and I use my sinker a little bit more, but obviously he sets a game plan that I can follow, and he said he learned so much from watching those starts and then continuing, of course, now in the dugout. I watched him the other night, right after Charlie got done, kind of walk up to him, and I think he's still learning from Charlie down here in the dugout night in and night out. And I just thought that that was interesting because you guys kind of brought up Morton, and he goes, I have the luxury of watching him face this Padres lineup the night before and then kind of game planning off of that. So I just think that that's been invaluable to him to have Morton around.
Excellent point. Good person to watch. You're still going to be yourself, but if you're similar to another pitcher who's a veteran and been around, you hang around that guy. You ask him all kinds of questions.
Hit high in the air to deep right. Heredia back to the warning track, but the marine layer saves Kyle right there. Day game, that's gone. Cold, compressed air, fly out on the warning track. 2 outs. That ball was smoked.
Profar went down and got that. That ball was down in the zone.
Sinker, 96. I feel like I should have pitched here. I'm jealous right now.
The ball's not traveling?
It's just not going anywhere. But you get that good marine layer, you get good tact on the ball too, so that helps with that curveball and that sinker going down.
Here's former Philly, former Marlin, Jorge Alfaro. He's in the lineup. The only Padre that had faced Kyle Wright coming into tonight's game. 4 for 4 with a home run in his career against Kyle. Time to change that here with 2 outs and the bases clear in the second inning. No score. Game 2 of 4 between the Braves and the Padres. Up the middle, he's 5 for 5. Wright tried to get the glove up in time, but that ball had too much top spin and scoots into center field. It's the second hit for the Padres, a 2-out single here in the second inning.
And I didn't get a chance to ask you, but when you see a guy that you know hitting you really well, what's the mindset when you face him again?
Well, he's a new guy on the mound right now, so I'm like, I can't wait to face this guy. Did he hit that ball hard? He did a good job, but it's a ground ball. I'll take that all day long.
But
so I'm not worried.
Psyche-wise,
I'm not worried because, again, I've changed things up, so I'm looking forward to facing him because I'm going to give them a different look.
On the ground toward Ozzie, and from the cut of the outfield grass, that takes care of Abrams and the Padres in the second. Arcia, Swanson, and Albies coming up. No score in San Diego. That's the focus of our Synovus Get There feature of the game. Braves have turned things around on their Western trips in the last couple of years.
30 and 21 on the road. How about that? Almost 5 runs. 7. Everybody likes the West Coast. Come on. The weather is great. Look at the runners in scoring position, almost hitting 300. That's huge.
I still say last year that West Coast trip at the end of the year really got us going here in San Fran. Team just started to look different. Team started to gel, had some great moments. Rosario hit for the cycle. I think Will Smith pitched much better at the end, and that was propelled and continued into the playoffs.
I can't remember a year where the Braves since moving from the National League West, had 2 Western road trips in the final month of the season.
Yeah, that was weird last year.
Including Colorado. I mean, that's brutal. But they weathered the storm, built their lead, and eventually clinched at home against the Philadelphia Phillies. Their 4th straight division title, and they're trying to make it 5 in a row here in 2022. Orlando Arcia playing left field for Atlanta tonight. Mackenzie Gore has struck out 2 in 2 innings, and Arcia drives it toward right. Abrams on the run and has plenty of room. Again, that's that kid's first major league start in the outfield. He played a handful of innings out there in spring training, kind of on the William Contreras plan.
You know what? He looked really smooth attacking that ball, and that just comes from repetitions. You know, in spring training, getting ground balls at shortstop, going out the right field, doing batting practice, and seeing the ball off the bat. I mean, he looks really smooth.
It's
easy. Saw him at shortstop yesterday make the plays. That's too easy. Come on.
Shortstop's supposed to be best athlete on the field, though, right?
Yeah, I got drafted as a shortstop.
Oh, my gosh. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah, I was saying, we dunk, we play football. I was a shortstop. I'm the best player. Come on.
No, I got shipped out to the outfield in college, though.
Well, you were embarrassing all the other infielders. You were too good, right?
No.
Too big. Biceps were too big.
1-0 for Dansby. 28 pitches for Gore. And that bounces up to Alfaro. 2 balls, no strikes. Dansby's swing at this point, I think it's safe to say, is a work in progress.
Well, we've seen this before out of Dansby. Start out cold, but when he gets hot, he gets hot.
Talking to Snit before the game, he says he does not worry about him at all because he's been through it before.
Didn't get that. 95 across the shoe tops. 2 balls and a strike. And I guess that's the difference, Bertie, right? When there's a back of a bubblegum card, a manager does have that security blanket of knowing what the numbers are going to be, or at least within 10% of all the stats.
Plus he knows mentally Swanson's pretty tough.
Machado gave ground. 360 spin and a scoop at first by Hosmer. That was a pretty play. And Swanson's retired. 4 out, number 2.
It's not much Machado can't do, guys. I mean, he didn't even get behind that ball to throw to first base. And he whips that over there with the velocity.
Nice and easy sidearm right here. As you said, falling away back leg. Still gets enough on it.
Ron Washington giving him some props at the third base coaching box for the Braves. Super play. Here's Ozzie, first strikeout victim for Gore. That started the game for Atlanta. And he unloads deep left field. Long gone for Ozzie Albies. He ambushed him, and the Braves have a 1-0 lead.
Guys, you see this pitcher one time, that second time round, you know that fastball's coming. You're going to be aggressive. And I said this last night. When Ozzie hits that home run in the 9th inning, it's going to carry over and give him some momentum. And wow, he was waiting on a fastball. He got it, and boy, did he deliver that one.
Yeah, Profar hardly moved a muscle as you watch that one sail into the stands. A no-doubter for Ozzie. And the Braves have struck first on a solo home run. Here's Olsen. When the Braves hit a home run and the opposing pitcher knows it at the point of contact, that's one of my favorite sights in a game. He knew it as soon as he let it go, that it was trouble, and Ozzie didn't miss it. That one back up the middle. Nice play by Gore. And the underhand flip will retire the side. But Ozzie Albies homered in the 9th inning last night. He homers in the 3rd inning tonight. He's given Kyle Wright an early lead. It's 1-0. Ozzie Albies with a big home run puts the Braves in front. Braves baseball, as always, is presented by Truist. We join you from Petco Park in San Diego. Kyle Wright has been given a 1-0 lead. He'll have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up in the San Diego third. How about a shutdown inning, Birdie?
I'm ready.
Ha-Sung Kim as the shortstop start for the Padres. Again, they're without Fernando Tatis Jr. He's got another 6 weeks or so before he's going to be ready to come back from a fractured wrist. So Abrams and Kim holding fourth at short for the Padres in the early going.
I remember Ha-Sung Kim last year against us. He had a terrific series. Made some great plays at shortstop, but he was lining the ball all over the field. I mean, you're not going to replace Tatis Jr. as far as power, but defensively, man, he is good.
Popped him up, center of the diamond. Who wants this? Take your pick. It'll be Dansby Swanson and Kyle Wright. Good start. Gets Kim to pop out to shortstop. 1 down. Before we go to the top of the order, let's enjoy a quick message from Landmark.
Hi friends, I'm Chip Carey, in between innings for Landmark More. Landmark's hitting it out of the park every day. That's why they're #1, because nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Nobody's beating Kyle Wright so far tonight. Kyle struck out 3 batters. He's scattered a couple of hits. And now faces Trent Grisham, the center fielder. Grisham 0 for 6 in this series. Showed bunt and took high. 1 ball, no strikes. Get everybody wearing the numeral 42. Braves have their customary road grays. Padres with their home pinstripes and their traditional colors back in the '69 season when they began. Line drive to center and diving try. It gets behind Adam Duvall. Heredia, though, good job to back it up, and Grisham in at second with 1 out.
Great effort by Adam Duvall. I give him a lot of credit. I mean, that's a terrific try at this ball. I mean, it's a line drive with this heavy air, just took a dive, but Heredia, great job of backing up. Did not stop running hard as soon as that ball was hit. Way to get that ball back in the second. Hold them to a double.
That's a good advantage for the Braves defensively in the outfield, which has, let's be honest, had some troubles in the early going. Duvall plays a terrific center field. Heredia also plays a very good center field. So you've got 2 of those guys in your outfield tonight. And good instinct saved a base, but now you deal with Machado with the tying run in scoring position here in the 3rd inning. Another hit for Machado. That came in the 1st inning.
I certainly don't want to say you walk a guy right here because you're up 1-0. You want to bring the winning run on base. But I'm pitching this guy very, very carefully. He knows when to take the ball the other way, when to try to go deep, and so I do not give in right here any way, shape, or form.
He tried to hit it into the stands in left and above the second deck. Gigantic LED scoreboard here. We're told that that scoreboard has really helped knock down the wind and give the hitters a fighting chance on the cool evenings here once that marine layer settles in. Ozzy's ball was a no-doubter. So was Machado's here last night. Both were hit.
Yeah, that's a first. I mean, they usually take care of the pitchers all the time. Come on.
See?
Oh my gosh,
never
that
stops,
is so
does it, right?
false.
0-2 count from Kyle, and he got him to swing and miss. Good breaking ball, swept off the plate. 4 strikeouts for Kyle Wright, and 2 are down.
And that showed me something right there, Paul. You get ahead of the hitter, a Machado, and then you throw that nasty curveball away. Wow.
Gets back to the question that Kelly asked. Hey, what do you do if a guy can hit this? Do you throw it? Yeah, I'm throwing it. It's my strength. It's my best pitch. You get it. You just struck out one of the best hitters in the game with a nasty curve after a 96-mile-an-hour sinker that had late life. Great stuff tonight from Kyle Wright.
And again, like he did against the Reds with 9 1-2 counts, he's got 3 already tonight. Getting ahead. That ball hammered.
Harmless strike into the seats, foul off the bat of Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth got a hanger, one of those it was so bad it was good pitches for Wright's second strikeout in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1.
But that's a good pitch because that's all he could do with it. Pull that ball into the stands. And that's that late life you're talking about on that curveball.
Little tapper. That's going to spin foul. And the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Wright's being economical. He's thrown 46 pitches, 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. Hasn't walked anybody. Looks comfortable, looks in command. Exactly what you wanted to see from a young man trying to solidify his spot in this Braves rotation. Great start against the Reds. Now pitching against the Padres for the first time tonight. Now, can he finish off Cronenworth? Tough man to strike out. He got him once. And he's way ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes.
I like that pitch right there.
Changing his eye level.
Yeah, absolutely. It has a purpose. It's now 1 and 2, and you can work off that pitch. You can now throw that curve that starts in that same area. So even though it's a ball, it's higher than high, and it looks non-competitive, it still serves a purpose. Did it again.
2 up and out of the zone.
Well, they got him with that high curveball this first time at that. See if he comes back with that.
Packed house last night, same story tonight. On a beautiful Friday evening in San Diego. Glad you're with us all across the Southeast. And Ozzie Albies home run, the difference in the game to this point. Now 2-2 for Cronenworth. Same spot 3 times in a row.
I would have gone something else there. Now 3-2. It'll be interesting what he chooses.
Struck him out looking. Kyle Wright, 3 straight fastballs, then he drops a sinker at 89 miles an hour to freeze Cronenworth his 5th strikeout, and the Braves hold a 1-0 lead. Part of the order coming up for the Braves. Riley Ozuna and d'Arnaud trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Boy, how about the job by Kyle Wright, fellas? 5 strikeouts in his first 3 innings. He's gotten Cronenworth 2 times.
Well, BJ said he wanted to see a stopper. So far, we've seen it.
Yeah, that last pitch was just nasty. It's like a frisbee ball. Whoop. Nasty sinker.
Riley popped out in his first at bat tonight. He's looking for his first hit of the series, and that's way outside. Let's take a look at our Zaxby's indescribably good play. Austin Riley was a Braves road warrior.
Man, he grew up right in front of us, all the fans last year. Beginning of the season, everybody had a lot of doubt, 319 average, and he just continues to get better. Not just offensively, defensively. He's a quiet leader right now.
Just like Dansby, Snit has said he's not worried about him when he slumps or does well. He's the same person, never takes his bats to the field. So he said when Dansby is struggling, I'm not worried about him because he's been through it before and he's going to play great defense out there and he knows how to get through it. You just got to wait through the slump. Riley, you waited what, a year and a half for that?
Mm-hmm. But once he figured it out, he was one of the most consistent bats in the lineup last year.
3-1, and he rifles that ball into the left field corner. Austin Riley hustling into second base, and he will stand there with a leadoff double. His third double of the year, and that's the second Braves hit of the game.
Great job. Showed some patience, getting the count to 3-1. And there's that fastball once again, right down the middle. Austin able to turn on that pitch. Has some quick hands, Austin Riley.
So an RBI chance for Marcell Ozuna, who bounced out to end the first inning.
Good to see Ozuna back at DH. You remember last time he was at DH in 2019, what kind of year he had.
He almost won the Triple Crown.
Yes.
In a short season. And I will say this, I don't think the Braves really knew what they were going to get from Marcell Ozuna after he missed most of the year last year. Coming into play tonight, nobody has hit the ball 95 miles an hour or more off the bat than Marcell Ozuna this year. More barrels than anybody else, and only 2 strikeouts. Didn't get that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always so animated.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch.
That's when he's at his best, though. When he's animated, he finds that rhythm.
One count. Chopper hit foul. So let's take a look at our StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Name of the game, hit the ball hard, and Marcell is doing that.
You know, the great thing about it, he's not just pulling the ball, he's spraying it all over the field. He has power to all fields. Man, he's just an incredible hitter. He was chomping at the bit to get back this year and prove himself once again.
What do they say? Use the center of the field? He's doing that. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves are getting better looks at Gore now. They're able to time that fastball a little better now. Young man still impressive. Couple of strikeouts in his first major league game. He's only down a run. See if the Braves can add on here with a leadoff Riley double. We're in the 4th inning. And that's poked down the right field line, curling near the line. That's a fair ball. That's going to score Riley. I don't think Ozuna saw that off the bat. He'll take it, though. He's line to line right now, and a bloop base hit goes the Braves' way. Boy, we've been waiting for those. It's 2-0.
We have runner in scoring position. Great leadoff double. Here, you're just trying to put the ball in play with 2 strikes. A good battle there by Ozuna. So strong. Got jammed and still got it down the line.
It's like me teeing off in golf. Where is it?
No idea where the ball was going. None.
He's also very, I don't want to compare him to Machado, but he's very good at inside outing the ball, hitting the ball where it's pitched.
And I mean, that's what you have to do with runners in scoring position. You've got to learn to get your hands in and drive the ball the other way.
So the Braves add on. Atlanta done a good job this year with runners in scoring position, hitting .310. A lot of that, though, came in that game back home where they clobbered D. Strange Gorton and the Nationals. But good start tonight. A homer, double, and single among the last 4 Braves hitters. 2-0 your score, and d'Arnaud's up. So, Bertie, how does a young pitcher handle a bloop hit? He made a good pitch, but it cost him a run.
That's what you tell yourself. Hey, I made my pitch. That's all I can do. I can't control a flare down the line, go back to pitching. I will say this. Out of the stretch, he's a little bit more rushed than he is out of the windup where he's deliberate.
On the ground, 1 hop. That should be 2. Kim to Cronenworth, and on to Hosmer. And the leg kick, Bertie, not nearly as high as you'd expect out of the stretch.
And you can't be slow and deliberate out of the stretch, or everybody's just going to steal on you regardless, even if you're left-handed. So you have to be a little quicker to home. but I want to see him pitch out of the stretch more.
And this ball was blistered to shortstop. Great play by Kim. I talk about you don't lose anything defensively at shortstop. This guy can play the game.
And to answer the question, he did make a pitch. After the bad luck, got the double play ball to clear the bases for Adam Duvall.
And believe me, when you're a rookie and it's your first start or it's even your first year, your manager is looking to see how you handle adversity. People out on the base paths, if you can pitch out of trouble.
Again, Kim, big hop, loads up, and Gore is out of the 4th inning. But the Braves cash in a leadoff double from Riley. Ozuna's single makes it 2-0.
Very much, Mr. Rickey. I'm certainly delighted with my contract.
Here comes Robinson. He's safe.
April 15th marks Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut. His courage blazed a trail for all of America. Join baseball in commemorating Jackie Robinson Day. Go to MLB.com/42 to learn more. Jackie Robinson was a first ballot Hall of Famer and was the first class to be elected on the first ballot since the first ever Hall of Fame class, which included Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Honus Wagner, and Christy Mathewson in 1936. And amazingly, his first Hall of Fame plaque made no mention of him breaking the color barrier. That was at his request. Of course, after Jackie passed away, his family asked that a new plaque be cast, which mentioned his historic accomplishment and the incredible accomplishment and world-changing event that he was the part of with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And so today we remember Jackie Robinson. And look, let's be honest, it's wonderful that we celebrate him today. We should remember him every day, those of us who work in this sport. As Luke Voigt's the hitter. Didn't mean to, and fouls it away and out of play.
But it makes me feel good as an African American baseball player to see 42 out here in a dedicated day each year to remind everybody about the sacrifice of Jackie Robinson. And I can understand why he didn't want it on his plaque when he went into the Hall of Fame.
Swing and a miss. Kyle Wright struck out the last 3 hitters, BJ.
You know, because he wanted people to recognize him as a baseball player, you know, and again, when he passed away, I can understand why his wife wanted to change that plaque.
She went through it too.
Yes, yes.
And let me ask you this, Brian. You are so involved in the community. You are so involved with youth baseball. It is and continues to be a high priority for Major League Baseball to get more African American kids playing our game. It is the greatest game. We can talk all we want about who isn't here. How do we solve the problem and get more kids here?
Well, it starts with resources. You know, when I played, again, you know, we had 8 to 10 African American players on each team around the league. And now some teams don't even have one African American on their team. So things have definitely changed. And if you look at the resources that's over in Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Major League Baseball teams are putting a lot of money over there, providing these kids opportunities. And here in the United States, you're not providing all those resources to the inner city kids. It is an expensive game. And back in my day, when you had those leagues where you can just play and not have to travel and spend a lot of money, they're obsolete now. They're gone away. So if you're not making money and able to afford travel ball, you're not playing baseball. So I think we just need to continue to figure out ways that we can put bats, balls, gloves in these kids' hands and uniforms so that they can play this great game and enjoy it. It's so easy to play basketball.
Right.
You know, it's so easy to go out there and play football. It's not an expensive sport. And in basketball, you got Nike paying all the best players to play in these big AAU tournaments. So it's a difference. but you don't have that in baseball. And Jackie Robinson is turned over in his grave right now because, what is it, 7 to 9% of African Americans playing the game today? Wow, we are going in reverse.
I know that Major League Baseball has the RBI program in the inner cities. Great former Braves like Marquise Grissom. He has his program that has done incredible outreach. We have the Hank Aaron Week festivities where the kids come and play at Truist Park. That's a start, I guess. But you're saying we need more.
Yes, it's a start. It's just not enough. I mean, you know, when you put money to something.
Ooh, that got the home plate umpire on a foul tip. Beg your pardon, BJ.
Yeah, I mean, like the RBI programs, you know, no disrespect to RBI programs, and I understand Major League Baseball is putting money there, but there's no follow-through. And you have to have follow-through in anything you invest in order to keep it going and get it better. And it's just not happening. So, you know, you look at HBCU schools, the resources are not there for scouts to even go into HBCU schools to see African-American baseball players. So it's a lot more that needs to be done.
Kyle Wright's dealing. That is his 7th strikeout tonight. He has punched out the last 4 hitters. And with that strikeout, that is a new major league high for Kyle Wright tonight. And he's only, guys, in the 4th inning.
That's outstanding. BJ, getting back to that, how much has to do with marketing? Because if I'm a young African-American and I look and I see, man, the NBA, there's LeBron, and I see the NFL and everything, I don't know that I see a pro baseball player on my TV eating Wheaties or doing whatever.
Right. No, that's a problem, too. It's not enough marketing. And you're right. That young African-American kid, not going to see that African-American baseball player being marketed. So, you know, why would I play baseball? You know, I see LeBron being marketed, so I want to get his shoes and I want to play. Or in the NFL, you know, so many great African-American players, you want to emulate those guys. So it's like I said, it's a lot to be done, you know, as far as marketing, as far as providing the resources for kids to have that opportunity. And it's a lot on former players, too. We go out in the community and we try and explain to parents, you know, put that bat in your kid's hand. You know, play the great game of baseball. But football, basketball is instant gratification, where you got to be a patient player to play the game of baseball, because you got to go through the minor league systems, you know. And a lot of these great athletes, parents want them in the NFL, in the NBA quickly. And it's just not going to happen in baseball.
2 balls and a strike for Jurickson Profar. Boy, Kyle Wright is just dealing right now. He is in a great groove. I'm with you. One of my favorite players is Ken Griffey Jr. I consider him a friend. And as an older person watching him play baseball, you talk about a guy who played with such unbridled joy, a million megawatt smile, tremendous talent, quite obviously. Baseball needs one of those type of players once again.
What a father and son duel, him and his dad.
Oh, man.
When they hit that back-to-back home runs, I mean, that was incredible.
Sharply hit, and Dansby to a knee, and Kyle Wright is rolling merrily along. He is through 4 with a 2-0 lead in his first start in San Diego.
Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi, unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity. And by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Much more enjoyable night at Petco Park tonight, wouldn't you say, fellas? Kyle Wright is rolling. A career-high 7 strikeouts through 4. Ozzie Albies a homer. Marcell Ozuna an RBI single. And after 4 innings, the Braves lead in Game 2 by a 2-0 score. Lower third for the Braves. Heredia, Arcia, and Dansby Swanson are coming up. That's out of play. Hit to our right. Strike 1 for Heredia.
I like the aggressiveness. Second time through the lineup. They're looking for that first pitch fastball.
Well, you can see why the Padres are so excited about this kid, and you know why the Braves are excited about Kyle Wright. 2 pitchers taken in the top 5 in the 2017 amateur draft. Gore went 3rd overall, Kyle Wright 5th overall. And here they are squaring off in San Diego tonight. Hits are even 3 apiece. As that's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I've been impressed with Gord, not just the velocity on the fastball, but the ability to hit the outside corner, pitch down, pitch up when he's wanted to, showing you a slider, showing you a slow curve, and for the most part, he's had really good command. That tells me he's ready.
The thing that I'm impressed about him is he's efficient. 50 pitches right now, and you're in the 5th inning.
Well, again, he had a minor league start, 5 innings, 7 strikeouts with the Chihuahuas of El Paso.
I love the name.
So he's stretched out and looking good in his debut tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And driven foul.
Imagine calling home and say, Mom, I play for the Chihuahuas.
Mom's going to be happy no matter who you play for, right?
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you, Chip. You got 2 sons who are sodcasters.
They are, with the sod poodles.
How does that feel as a dad?
Fantastic. They're off the payroll, for crying out loud.
There you go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. As Heredia digs in and takes high.
On a serious note, you got to hear them on the bus the other day. What'd you think?
They're great. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah?
Yep.
You got to be their biggest critic. Come on.
No.
Yes,
no,
you do. Come on.
No. They're doing it their way and doing it, with their own little bit of flair, which is great. The AA farm team of Arizona used to be the farm team of the Padres in Amarillo. As that's whistled toward third, and a diving stop by Manny Machado. Terrific play to his left. Heredia is robbed. 1 out.
Stop it, Machado. Make an error. Do something wrong. Good night.
Heredia was just staring him down. Saying, come on, bro. You're hitting the ball all over the place and making plays defensively. Wow.
It's really tough to see a big, and when you get up on him, he is tall and he is big. To see a guy that size with that kind of agility, that quickness, that smooth in the field, and to be able to hit big home runs, very rare.
You got to remember, he was a shortstop when he first came out with the Orioles, and man, I loved him at shortstop.
Yeah. Was Cal Ripken the first guy that was really one of the bigger?
He was.
He sort of he did revolutionize the position in that regard, I guess.
No doubt. Growing up in Baltimore, I mean, I love Cal Ripken. Being that big and that mobile at shortstop, getting it done. I mean, that opened the door for the A-Rods and everybody else who followed suit. And when I saw Manny at shortstop, I was like, wow, another big shortstop that could do it all.
And before he did that, you weren't expecting big home runs from your shortstop. It was like an Ozzie Smith. Cover ground, be quick, turn doubles. Hopefully you have a high average. And I think he changed that part of the game, too.
Fouled away. Here's Guillermo's reaction after Machado made his diving stop.
Hey, look, this is my 2nd start. Give me a break.
Move
so
over.
Great.
They're having fun, playing well tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And fouled back and out of play. Another big shortstop, Barry Larkin, the Reds. Big time power.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Great guy.
So when I got to the big leagues, faced the Pirates, my first strikeout was Jay Bell, but then we went to Cincinnati shortly afterwards, and in front of my mom and dad, I struck out Barry Larkin, and that's when I felt like I arrived. I struck out Barry Larkin. Stay calm. Walking around the mound, trying to get the ball back from third baseman. Breathe. Stay calm. You just struck out Larkin in Riverfront. Never forget it.
Mine was in 2006 when I hit a home run off Randy Johnson. I was ready to retire. I said, I arrived, baby.
Did you bat flip the pitch?
Absolutely not.
Not against
No. Wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
One of the scaredest I've ever been in the big leagues was when I was pitching against Randy Johnson and accidentally buzzed the tower because he pitched left and batted right. So he had that golden left arm exposed. He had an elbow guard on it, but I buzzed the tower accidentally, and he stared me down. I was like, No, mistake. No, didn't mean it.
2-2 for Arcia. Good battle here, and he shoots one toward left. And Profar is there. Awkward route, but he recovers. And a good fight for Arcia, but he flies out. 2 are away in the Atlanta fifth. And Dansby the batter.
It's just good to see these guys starting to hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
It seems like the timing is getting close.
Well, consistent contact.
Yep.
Coming into this game, the Braves were striking out about 28% of the time. That's too much.
No, it is.
And there is some swing and miss. Look, I get it. But Dansby, one of the culprits in that regard, hit the ball hard. Machado robbed him in the 3rd inning. So baby steps for the Braves tonight, who have struck out just twice in tonight's game. Swanson hitting 9th in tonight's lineup for Brian Snitker. And a comebacker. 3 up, 3 down in the Atlanta fifth. Gore, a good fielding pitcher. Lower third for the Padres. 2-0 Braves in game 2.
What I love is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You see him expanding the zone. He's got great stuff, not just with the fastball, breaking stuff as well. Sinker is Maddox-esque, plus 5 or 6 miles an hour, coming in hot, 95, 96, with really good depth, complementing the high fastball and the excellent curve.
Kyle's given up 3 hits. BJ, 2 singles and a double. One of those hits to Alfaro, who's now 5 for 5 against him. See if he can end that streak. Wright has struck out 4 of the last 5 San Diego hitters.
I love the Cronenworth at bat when he threw those 3 high fastballs and then came back with that nasty little changeup down with great movement.
Changeup at 89. That's not fair.
That's not fair. You're right.
Somewhere Tom Glavine just spit out his glass of wine. Changeup at 89. Are you kidding me? Hope Glav's doing great. Hope you're having a great Friday night in the Southeast. Braves leading game 2, 2-0. As Kyle Wright back-to-back outstanding starts to this point. And he's ahead of the San Diego catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Alfaro is 5 for 5 off Kyle Wright. So if I'm pitching, I say, hey, law of averages, I got him. At some point, he's got to get out.
Well, as a hitter, I'm saying, I want to see you, buddy. I'm going to send a limo to pick you up because my confidence goes sky high when I see you on the mound.
That would be the world's shortest limo drive here in San Diego because
exactly.
our team hotel is maybe about 15 yards from the ballpark.
Pretty good setup here.
It's great. In the Gaslamp District downtown, this area totally rejuvenated with the construction of Petco Park.
Here comes the change.
And he got him to swing and miss. 8 strikeouts for Kyle Wright. 1 away.
Take that, Jorge.
And you can see the way d'Arnaud catches this, how much action it's got on it right there. Starts looking middle, looking like a fastball, but no, it's not. And then it's dogleg right. Man, that was a great pitch.
C.J. Abrams. Heard this kid quoted, no periods with the initials, ever. It's just C.J. And he put some punctuation on the game last night with his first big league home run and just got hit with a breaking ball. There's a bad break for Wright. That's what plagued Charlie Morton last night. 2-hit batsman that cost him a couple of runs.
I asked Charlie about that, and I said, was it the marine layer, the extra tack on the curveball? And he said, no, I just do that a lot, and the timing was off on the whole night.
Ha-Seong Kim coming up. Let's see how Bob Melvin plays it. He's in his first year as the Padres manager after a decade plus in Oakland with 6 playoff runs. And Wright just missed with that changeup. 1 ball, no strikes.
One thing Charlie Morton did do very well last night was that 1,500th strikeout in his career. Kelly, did you get a chance to talk to him in the locker room?
I did, and he said, of course it was meaningful. I mean, he's been playing this game a long time, and he goes, I'll always remember it came off Will Myers, who is such a good ball player, and of course they faced each other quite a bit, so he said, I'll remember that. But he did have to chuckle, Paul, because he goes, of all of the pitches, it would be a changeup. So Charlie, you know, so insightful when he talks to us, and you could tell that, I mean, the career he's had, that was a milestone that meant a lot to him, but he still appreciates the game on a night that he goes, of course, I'll remember giving up 7.
Abrams can fly. He's got a stolen base. So a run scoring chance for the Padres. Darno didn't have much chance on that one.
No, he got a terrific jump off of Kyle there. Young kid making his way, hit his first home run, and here, getting on base. Not going to stay at first long. Just a terrific jump. Wow.
It almost came off the bag. But he's at second for Ha-Sung Kim. First stolen base in the career of Mr. Abrams. And he's got a big lead here with 1 out. 2-0 pitch. And a dribbler foul. 2 balls and a strike. Like the pattern change, Birdie, from Kyle Wright. Seems more fastball changeup this time through the order.
That's it. And you've got to give guys different looks. And you heard Kelly talking about him studying Charlie Morton, and then her talking about the 1,500th strikeout on the changeup. Charlie will throw that righty on righty as well. So Kyle's learning from that, making adjustments, and giving guys different looks. You want to go deep into a game, facing guys 2-3 times, you've got to give them different looks.
We haven't seen this all night. Falling behind a hitter. 3-1.
This gets to the dangerous part of the order. You know, Machado's lurking. Grisham is on deck. 1 on, 1 out. 80 pitches for Kyle Wright. Got to get him through this 5th with the lead for a chance to win the game. Battles back for a full count. Changeup's been real good, Birdie. Would he throw it here 3-2?
He's already thrown 1. 3-2 changeup, so we'll see if he does it again. Certainly an option.
Fastball, line drive, base hit. Abrams around third will score, and the Padres are on the board. A 1-out single from Ha-Sung Kim cuts the Braves' lead in half. And the hit batsman comes back to haunt Kyle Wright.
Kim didn't have to hit this ball too hard. That ball was in on his hands. Just was able to get the head of the bat on it. Still jam shot. That's been some bad luck for our pitchers. I mean, the guys are not hitting the ball hard, but they are finding the holes.
Just to back you up on that, so you know my partner's not complaining over here. Lowest barrel rate allowed 2022. Braves tied for 4th at 7.1% with the Dodgers. Rockies, D-backs, Cubs in front of them. So they have pitched very well, giving up hits where other teams are not really hitting hard, just finding holes.
Saw A.J. Minter up in the Braves bullpen. Again, you'd love to get right through the 5th, but you've got a 1-run game.
I got a team behind me, Reggie.
Got to worry about that first. And a breaking ball in for a strike for Trent Grisham, who doubled in the 3rd and was stranded after 2 more Kyle Wright strikeouts. Grisham's off to a slow start at the plate, but he's gotten on base in 6 of the first 8 games he's played. including tonight's third inning. Oh, and 2.
Look at this San Diego team. They got some base runners. They can run. I would be surprised if Kim tries to steal the base here.
Especially in this park. It's a hard place to hit the ball out. At least it has been historically. And not as much thunder for San Diego without Tatis in the lineup. So hey, if you can manufacture runs, those count too. Good lead. Kim not going, and up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
If I'm Kyle Wright here, I got a 2-1 lead. Settle down, make your pitch. If I can get the double play, great. I don't want Machado coming up, but you can't. The way you get the double play is to make that pitch. Curveball, changeup, something running down, sinker.
Machado is waiting next. Boy, a double play would be great. Or a strikeout. And Grisham hanging tough. Nice catch on a ricochet to our left.
Tough guy to double up, though. Grisham can fly. See him in center field covering a lot of ground out there.
A ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good hold right there. You young pitchers, if you think the base runner is stealing and you come set and you hold it for a 3 or 4 count, that base runner will get antsy. That's when you throw over and get him. Right, almost had him.
Again, the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Kim started, then slammed on the brakes. I wonder if that distracted Grisham, because he took a ball right down the middle for out number 2.
I was just going to say that, Chip. I hate when runners are on base and I got 2 strikes and you fake like you're taking off, because it distracts me. Regardless of how you think about it, I'm focused on that pitcher. But out of the corner of my eye, I see my runner going, and you just lose that quick second. And you take that strike 3 there, and you're walking back to the dugout looking and staring at your guy on first base.
Yeah, I think Grisham gave him the stink eye as he
Oh, yeah. I mean, you do.
headed back to the dugout. But we're not out of the woods yet. Here's Manny Machado. He's 1 for 2. And a little low, 1 ball, no strikes. Kyle Wright with a career-high 9 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. He has not walked a batter. He's hit 1, but he's been, quite frankly, in complete command tonight. Can he get 1 more out and qualify for the win? And for a young man still, Birdie, in the infancy stages of his major league career, this is a big stepping stone for him.
It is, and this is a great matchup. I love this point of the game right here. Best hitter at the plate, Kyle Wright dealing, got him out on a filthy curveball in his last at-bat. Can he do it again? Guy on first, big part of the game.
High fly ball, left field. Arcia coming on, diving try, can't get it. Ball's under his belt. Runner around third. Throw to the plate. Relay, wild. Right backs it up. Manny Machado does it again with a soft single into left. Arcia couldn't come up with it. And Kim scores from first. He was off like a bullet at the point of contact, and the game is tied at 2.
This is a pretty good pitch away. I mean, give it up to Machado. Didn't hit it hard, but put it in play. And Kim just taking off at first base. Great hustle by him. But Machado Oh, that's a good pitch. I mean, if you're Kyle Wright, you can't be mad.
No, it's a great pitch. Down and away, changeup, bottom fell out of it. Machado, great hand-eye coordination, just put it in play, and I'm getting frustrated with all of the flares and cheap hits.
I mean, look at this pitch. It starts away, and Manny just reaches out there. Just a strong kid. 29 years old. Just put the ball in play, right? That's the key.
So this is a huge mound meeting for Rick Kranitz, the Braves pitching coach. All this trouble started with a hit batsman. Kim singled home Abrams with 2 outs. Machado a blooper to left that Arcia couldn't corral. So now he's in scoring position in a tie game at 2. And this is what scares you. Tough man to strike out Cronenworth, and Wright's punched him out twice.
And going back to that Machado hit, I mean, Arcia in left field playing way back. You got to respect his power. And he just bloops that ball in.
You have first base open with 2 outs, and you've got Voit on deck, and Voit hasn't touched Kyle Wright. Let's see how carefully they pitch Cronenworth here, a left-handed batter. Fly ball left. Arcia is going to catch this one, and that's going to retire the side. Kyle Wright, 9 strikeouts through 5 innings, but the Padres tie the game. A hit batsman and a bloop. 2-2. We go to the 6th. Shohei Ohtani is on the board. Not 1, but 2 home runs tonight as the Angels visit the Texas Rangers. Can't wait to see Shohei Ohtani in person. Wild game, hitter-friendly ballpark, the new home of the Texas Rangers. 9-6 is the score in Arlington. Here, it's 2-2. We start anew, fellas, after 5 complete. And the top of the Braves order, Ozzie Albies will start it off. Albies 1 for 2, a 3rd inning homer started the scoring. And Mackenzie Gore, a rare changeup. He's only thrown 3 of them tonight. That was one of his best pitches, we are told. It's been fastball, fastball, fastball all night, and it's been a good one. And he's been economical. That's only his 66th pitch in this game.
Well, that showed me something right there for the young kid. You know, last time he faced Albies, you threw that first fastball in there, and he crushed it. Start him off with a changeup, making adjustments, Paul.
That's it.
That's the pitch that got Ozzie in the 1st inning. And on his recoil, he nailed Jorge Alfaro on the forearm. And Alfaro needs some attention. Where to get him? Oh, maybe the elbow.
Oh, man. That's exactly why I was not a catcher.
I think Chip calls them the tools of ignorance.
Not me, but they were.
Glad he's okay. Great sportsmanship by Ozzie right there.
He's saying to Alfaro, I'm really sorry. Please don't squash me. So a ball and 2 strikes for the Braves second baseman. Olsen and Riley to follow. And he pulled the string. Slider got him. So Birdie might be changing his patterns as well. A lot of off-speed stuff takes care of Albies.
Yeah, you heard BJ earlier. You got to give credit where credit is due. This young man in his major league debut is pitching like a veteran, making adjustments, mixing it up, reading the hitters. a good young pitcher.
And efficient. I continue to stress that. 68 pitches, 43 strikes. Blake Snell better get healthy quick.
Yeah, if I'm finding a place for this guy. He's not going anywhere for me.
Matt's walked and tapped out tonight. And action has begun in the Padres bullpen. Luis Garcia is getting warmed up. A.J. Minter was up and throwing for the Braves earlier. And I think he's still throwing. Figure with high pitch count for right, he'd be finished after 5. And that just missed for Matt, who has an excellent batter's eye.
Matt brings a little wiffle ball pitching machine with him on the road trip, sets it up about 10-15 feet away, and it rifles high fastballs. And that's why you see him have good patience and get able to get out there and time that high heat.
We need to come out early and have a contest, see who can hit more.
It was probably going to be you because
not in
you
wiffle
can
ball.
dunk and you're so athletic.
And he's a
not in
shortstop.
wiffle ball.
Yes, yes.
Not in wiffle ball. I'm terrible in wiffle ball.
Well, let's go play.
Appreciate your humility, man.
Yes, yes.
Big pitch, 3 balls and a strike in a tie game. Riley waits next. And not close. Olsen, his second walk of the game. And Austin Riley coming up. Bob Melvin looks like he's coming out. Well, if this is the end of the line for Mackenzie Gore, yeah, good job. First major league game against the world champions, and he'll leave tied 2-2.
Earlier this morning, the afternoon, this is Ronald Acuna Jr., who is now playing extended spring games in Northport, and yes, going yard and looking good. And Snit told me this afternoon that the plan for Ronald Acuna Jr. is that he could go out on a rehab assignment as early as the beginning of next week. If all goes well, gentlemen, they are circling the first homestand the Braves have in May for Ronald Acuna Jr. to make his return. But I tell you what, you look at that video, BJ, he looks like he's ready to go, doesn't he?
No doubt about it. He is definitely chomping at the bit. Really worked hard this offseason to bounce back. I know the protocol is 9 months, but I think he's ready, Paul.
Oh, I'm ready to see him at the plate and in the outfield. BJ, I got a question for you. Where would you put him when he comes back?
I'll put him in right field. And I would, start him out there in right field. But I think eventually he'll move over to center field, because I would love to see Adam Duvall move to another position where he's not running as much. Because if you remember last year, that second half of the season, you could see a little drop-off of Duvall's ability offensively because his legs just got worn out. So I would love to see us save those legs and eventually Acuna be out there in center field.
So Kelly's report, our all-state mayhem moment. Good to see Ronald swinging the bat well. Braves take aim at Luis Garcia. We've seen him before with the Phillies and other big league clubs, Texas and the Cardinals, the Angels as well. This guy's got a big fastball. And the Padres go righty-righty with Austin Riley standing in. 1 on, 1 out, tie game at 2. Mackenzie Gore, 5 1/3 innings, allowed just 3 hits. 2 runs so far, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and the Ozzie Albies home run. There's a shot toward first. Second one on to first. It gets away and trickles toward the camera well, and no further advance. 3-6 forces Olsen at second. Riley's aboard now with 2 out.
Not an easy play at all by Kim right here. He makes it look easy, but they get that throw early, running across the back, throw off the wrong foot. Ooh.
Yeah, well, that shift, he was way over, so he had to run a long way to get to that bag.
He's lucky that ball didn't go in the camera well and cost the Padres a base. So Ozuna's the batter. Marcel, a bloop single that scored Austin Riley and gave the Braves a 2-0 lead. San Diego scored twice in their 5th inning, and they've tied the game 2 apiece.
Right side is wide open for Ozuna. Second baseman playing almost behind the bag.
Little flare behind second. Cronenworth can't get it. That'll drop. Runners at the corners for Atlanta. 2 bloop hits, but they'll look like line drives if somebody can drive home Riley. And Atlanta's got him 1st and 3rd with 2 men out.
Good job putting the bat on ball. Tried to get his hands inside there. Fought it off just far enough out of the reach of Cronenworth. Good aggressive running by Riley, though. He didn't stop. He just kept going.
Yeah, with 2 outs, go on the crack of the bat.
That's right.
Now, we've got a bunch of ways to score a run. Remember, Alfaro at times in Miami and Philadelphia wasn't real good at blocking balls in the dirt. If one gets away here, you might see the Braves steal a run. As d'Arnaud digs in, he's thinking about splitting a gap. Unsure swing there, strike 1. d'Arnaud's lined out and he's hit into a double play.
When you see a swing like that, he was expecting a pitch and was going to let it loose, and he did not get it.
98-mile-an-hour sinkers, you got to make him get it up.
Sharply hit. Kim fires to second, and Cronenworth held the bag. Wow, what a play. An absolute missile off the bat of d'Arnaud again, but Ha-Seong Kim speared it and threw a strike to Cronenworth, who stretched out to save the inning for San Diego.
Presented by Kaiser Permanente.
We are in the Gaslamp District in downtown San Diego. Good ball game tonight. Game 2 of this 4-game set. Braves 2, Padres 2. Kyle Wright with a huge game for Atlanta, Birdie. We asked if he could follow up his performance against the Reds. I think he did that more tonight.
Well, he did, and he showed you a little bit of everything. There's that trademark curveball, bottom foul out, front door fastball, sneaky. Going down, up, in, out. There's the changeup, front door to a righty. Phenomenal. And the unfortunate part of this, and in no way, shape, or form did he pitch 2 runs, 5 hits. Pitched much better than that. I mean, 2 runs, 5 innings. Pitched much better than that, BJ.
Yeah, he did. A couple bloop shots, which we've seen off our starters all year long. You know, guys are not hitting the ball hard, but they're hitting it at the right time, finding holes.
So A.J. Minter's the first reliever to be called upon tonight. Voit, Hosmer, and Profar, the trio for San Diego. The night shift is on call here at 8:30 local time in San Diego. There's a swinging strike. 61 games for A.J. last year, a 3.78 ERA. 23 holds, 6th most in baseball last season. And Minter, making his 4th appearance, has allowed 1 run in 2 2/3 innings of work. And out of play for Luke Voit. 0-2 the count.
Another thing I loved about Wright was he was very aggressive tonight. He was getting ahead of every hitter that he faced, except for that last inning when he finally fell behind a hitter. I think if he can continue to do that, man, he is going to have a great year.
Yeah, he's a new man.
Oh, 0-2. And fouled away. Something else to like about the Braves bullpen. You know how good they are on paper. They're awfully good on the mound too. Already 37 strikeouts in 32 1/3 innings of work. You're going to see the A+ guys in this game tied 2-2. And if they can hold the Padres down over the last 4 innings, you turn things over to the Braves offense to try to scratch out 1 run. Again, the 0-2 pitch for Luke Voit, the DH. And Minter missed. A hit batsman started the Padres rally in the 5th. A glancing blow that plunks C.J. Abrams. A stolen base, single and double later, were tied 2 apiece. High in the air down the left field line. Long run, Arcia near the line. He won't get there. It's a foul ball.
Well, they had to shift on right there. Arcia had to come a long way to try to catch that ball. And he's playing awfully deep. Which you almost have to play that deep in left field with the power of Luke Voit.
Voit has struck out twice in the game. Let's hand him the hat trick here.
One thing he's not looking to do is hit a single here.
No.
You can see him lift that leg up, and he is ready to come out of his shoes.
AJ's gone full. Don't want to walk the leadoff man in a tie game. Hosmer and Profar lurking, then Alfaro.
Although Voit hits for a lot of power, he has 8 walks already this season.
That's headed for the upper deck.
I wish AJ right here had that little leg hesitation where you lift that leg, you hold it for a second, and then go home. Because when you watch Voit, you're going to see the timing. His timing is that front leg, and he's ready to put it down and go. And if you can delay that, he will be off time. Watch that front leg on Voit.
He got him to swing and miss. Good comeback for A.J. Minter. 10 Padres have been struck out in the game. Voigt's done it 3 times.
Excellent backdoor slider right here. Would have been a strike after throwing slider in. It was a very nice pitch and the high fastball. We didn't want the walk. We didn't get it.
Now it's lefty-lefty with Hosmer, who might be thanking his lucky stars he's still a Padre. Remember, there was some talk about him getting traded to the Mets or Dominic Smith. All Hosmer's done is hit .462 for the year coming into play tonight, where he's 0 for 2.
I was really surprised in this offseason that they were even talking about trading him. Look, he's put up some really good numbers. He's got a defensive first baseman.
He's got a big contract, though.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, they felt like he hasn't lived up to that. I would have thought he's the leader in the clubhouse on this team. But when I ask and I go around and talk about it, they say Machado's the guy. Everyone kind of looks to Machado, and Machado's the first to go over to the pitcher when he's struggling and is really taking on that leadership role. You mentioned that he's just been playing for so long. I feel like he's late 30s, but he's not.
Yeah, 29. He's been in the league 11 years already.
It's crazy.
Popped up. Darno And once Hosmer got out of the way, Travis had no trouble.
He's got to get out of there. Can't be bumping into the catcher and then standing 3 feet away watching him.
Well, the ball kept following him. And it curled back to the Braves catcher. No trouble. 2 down.
You mean I can't stand there?
No, you can't do that, BJ. I mean, if I'm pitching, I'm mad. I'm like,
stand in the batter's box. Come on.
Do like A-Rod and scream at the catcher. So here is Jurickson Profar. He is 0 for 2. Came in hitting .316. Already a better start for him than last season. Took Profar a long time to get on track for San Diego last year. Jorge Alfaro, the catcher, waits next. The Braves will have Duvall, Heredia, and Arcia coming up in the 7th. We're tied 2 apiece. Cutter after cutter after cutter. And when it's on, it is a dandy pitch for A.J. Minter. It was a perfect 4 for 4 this year, retiring first batters. And trying to hold the fort here in the San Diego 6th. Got the wave going.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Well, it began here, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Crazy George with the drum.
Absolutely.
Back in the 70s, got him going. Little flare down the right field line and off the netting. It's 2-2. Petco Park, the second home of the Padres in San Diego. Their original was Jack Murphy Stadium, later named Qualcomm.
Qualcomm Park. Yep.
You played in that one?
Yes, I did.
Both sports, right?
Both sports. I wonder if I can find that fan in left field that just used to yell my name the whole time. You know, I had a chance to play here in Petco, and he was out there in left field.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 at the knees. It's a 1-2-3 6th inning. Profar thought the ball was in the dirt. He argues that call. Sellout crowd not happy. High target. Low pitch, but framed beautifully by Travis d'Arnaud. And we head to the 7th. Baseball is celebrating the memory, the contributions, the sacrifices, and the world-changing career of Jackie Robinson. As the Braves and Padres square off for the second time here in 2022. And as we head to the 7th inning, here's your game summary. Good ball game. 2 young starters, both pitched very well tonight.
Kyle Wright, excellent. Look at the no walk, 9 strikeout number right there. Very, very impressive. Unfortunately, a bloop shot by Machado after the HBP. Ended up in a couple runs, and Mackenzie Gore, fantastic as well.
Yeah, Gore was excellent and very efficient in his first start. But yeah, I'm just so happy for Kyle Wright, you know, following up his first start, pitching with that same confidence. That's a real good sign for the starting rotation.
This is Robert Suarez, Bertie.
Robert Suarez into the game. Got to get it ready, guys. 100 miles an hour, his debut. He gave up 3 earned runs since 3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. Much better after that first hiccup.
Pitched in Japan with the Hanshin Tigers for a long time. And your note on Suarez worth diving into a little more. Big league debut opening day against Arizona. First pitcher to face at least 3 batters. Walker hit all of them and take the loss in his debut. First guy to do that since 1901 in Major League Baseball. So that's a rough way to start your big league career. early traffic and a loss from Robert Suarez, who's 31 years young, out of Venezuela. Adam Duvall leading off. Adams 0 for 2. Big shift on for him. Pitch. And a bad miss. 3 balls and a strike. Braves will take a leadoff walk here in the 7th. Gore walk 2. Garcia none.
What's new when you say Suarez, another 100-mile-an-hour pitcher?
Yeah.
Every pitcher that comes in throwing 100 miles an hour now.
Well, this gives you, going to make you feel good, Braves fans. BJ talking about 100 miles an hour. Most 99-mile-an-hour plus pitches so far this year. Spencer Strider, our guy, 26 of them. Gratterall for the Dodgers with 19, followed by a few others. So we'll see if we see him today or tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to another, as you say, 100-mile-an-hour guy.
Full count pitch. And he came back to get Adam Duvall. 98. Adam Duvall retired, 1 away before Heredia hits. Here's a message from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
That's apropos, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Brought the heat for Duvall. Here's Heredia, who's 0 for 2.
Heredia's last at bat hit a bullet to third base. Great play by Machado. Heredia staring him down. See if he can. Ooh. Wow.
The board just said that was a 98-mile-an-hour changeup.
Yeah, no.
Pray to the heavens that's not the case.
That's when you throw a 112. Your changeup is 98, Chip.
1 ball, 1 strike. And another miss inside. Aaron O'Day up in the Braves bullpen. Looks like he'll come on for the bottom of the Padres order after the stretch tonight. And over the outside corner. There we go. 4-seam fastball. That's more like it. 98 miles per hour. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As always, the stretch is presented by Synovus. See if the Braves can give us the lead here.
A little quick pitch
quick
right
pitch
there.
yeah,
Yes, he
yeah.
did. I would be saying something to the umpire if I'm ready.
As long as he, well, I don't know that he can't do that with nobody on base. I mean, he can do that.
Full count.
Doesn't have to come to a stop is what I'm referring to.
LaTroy Hawkins was so good at that. Quick pitch. LaTroy had a terrific major league career with the Twins, the Cubs, the Rockies, and others.
And a great person, great human being.
He's a cattle rancher, I think, in
Yes,
Texas
he is,
now. Yeah. Payoff pitch. And another strikeout. So the Braves, who made pretty good contact in the first 5 innings, all of a sudden have 3 strikeouts in the last inning and 2/3.
It's coming quick, BJ.
Painting the corners, too. You know, I sit back and I watch these guys come in throwing 100, and I'm saying, man, back in the day, we didn't have guys. We had certain guys, but not every night 100 miles an hour coming at you.
Yeah, J.R. Richard, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver was in the mid-90s and such, but
Randy
through that
Johnson
Randy
was another
Johnson.
guy.
Yep.
But very few.
I said it before back on the homestand. I think it'll be fascinating to see as the years and decades go what the limits of human strength will do. Will guys be able to sustain 100 miles an hour over and over? We're seeing that with Jacob deGrom, I think. Who's had injury problems. as his velocity's ticked up 5 straight years.
I remember being in AAA, future teammate Mark Wohlers, when he would throw 99, we'd be up the top step.
Yeah.
You weren't going to miss that. You know, he'd come
Right.
in. We were all in awe.
But there's so much technology today and all these strengthening machines, so different from our days, that prepare these kids to be able to do that.
Well, that's why you see so many more strikeouts, such low batting averages. It's a miracle anybody ever gets a hit. As that's low and away, full count.
I mean, you in football, I mean, I think you see it in all sports. Bigger, stronger, faster. You see athletes train better, get a little bigger.
See guys like Jordan Davis, 350 pounds, running a 4.7. Unbelievable.
Sharply hit, diving stop. Machado scrambles, throws, and the ball dropped at first. Well, that's a tough play for a first baseman. Short hop, rushing base runner in the baseline. A lot for Hosmer to process. He did a heck of a job to get leather on it and keep it close by.
Great job. I see him running out of the box, smelling the hit. But Machado, another great effort here. Wow. That is a tough play for Hosmer to make.
Well, it's such a dangerous play for a first baseman.
Yeah.
And the Braves have the go-ahead runner aboard, albeit with 2 outs. Let's see if Dansby can time the Suarez heat. That's upstairs, ball 1.
They gave Arcia a hit on that. I would agree. Very tough play. Be hard to give an error to anybody.
Yeah, especially to Machado, making that great effort, reaching out there, spinning around and making a throw. Hosmer did a great job putting the glove on that. I know when I played first base, I would have been running out of the way. You feel that runner coming up on you real quick.
Well, one more base runner. You've got the go-ahead runner in scoring position here. Dansby's had some bad luck tonight. He'll try to change that here. And Alfaro couldn't believe that wasn't called a strike. It must have sounded like a ball. It looked like it was right down the middle. 3-0 the count.
This Braves team need Dansby to get going, because he's that type of player that can carry the team on their back.
You see
his
this
offense is going good.
All bets off now. Made him throw a strike. He did. 3-1.
Got to come back with the same strike.
And that missed badly inside, ball 4. So an infield hit and a 2-out walk. And now it's Ozzie Albies, and he's already hit a homer tonight. Michael Berter, Ruben Yebla, the pitching coach for San Diego, is out for a chat. And as the Braves threaten here with 2 outs, here's a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
2-out walks late in close games are supposed to come back to haunt you. Let's see if the top of the Braves order can make that happen. It's been a feast or famine night for Albies. He hit a 3rd-inning home run, and he has struck out in his other 2 at-bats. Those came against Mackenzie Gore, who made his debut tonight.
home run last night from the left side, tonight from the right.
Looking fastball all the way, got that inside fastball, and man, he launched that ball a long way.
So many times, BJ, you have a mound meeting, the pitching coach says throw a fastball. You just got to walk where the man wasn't close to the plate. Is Ozzie taking here, or is he trying to ambush him here?
No, you got to ambush him here. You know the pressure's on that pitcher right now. The throw, strike 1. Don't miss it.
That'll Blow into the seats foul to the left side over the Braves dugout. No balls and a strike.
There it is.
Did you say Ozzie taking? We just don't see that too much in the big situations. He loves it, let it eat.
Yeah, not in this situation where he's struggling. Just walk Swanson. You know he's got to throw that first fastball. So I like the aggressiveness there.
And Suarez struggled in his major league debut. Got the first 2 hitters here on strikeouts. Got a ground ball from Arcia that turned into a hit. Walk Swanson. Now strike 1 for Ozzie. Strike 2 to Ozzie. Braves have scored 37 runs this year, 27 of them against left-handed pitchers. Now they've got a tough righty facing them in the 7th. They keep calling that pitch a changeup. That bothers me. They got to fix that.
That's such a bad pitch right there. To miss by that much with an 0-2 count.
Fly ball toward right. Abrams is there, and Suarez gets out of it. Braves threaten, can't break through in the 7th. Our terrific ball game continues in San Diego. We're tied 2-2. It's time for the stretch. $41,993 at Petco Park tonight. They've seen a doozy. 2 youngsters matching each other strike for strike. It's a battle of the bullpens the rest of the way. And next out of the chute for Atlanta, fellas, is veteran right-hander Darren O'Day.
Welcome back, Darren O'Day. Good to see him back with the team. Submariner, frisbee slider. I love the arm action, give you a different look. And BJ, you talk about 100 miles an hour. Here's something different. You like to see a bullpen that has people that can mix it up.
Yeah, he's a great asset to come out of that bullpen. That righty from down under with all the great lefties we have out there. I hated to see him leave in 2019. He was terrific, remember? And all of a sudden he leaves and he comes back. Another good job by Alex Anthopoulos bringing him back on a minor league deal, and he earned his way day 1 in the big leagues.
A.J. Minter, a scoreless inning of relief with a couple of strikeouts. That was in the 6th inning. Now O'Day with the bottom of the Padres order coming up. Alfaro, Abrams, and Ha-Seong Kim. Abrams and Kim, the 2 Padres who have scored in tonight's game. Alfaro has singled and struck out tonight. Alfaro tried to ambush O'Day. Smart pitch, threw him a breaking ball. Strike 1. I wonder how Alfaro's elbow's feeling. Remember, he was plunked by Ozzie Albies on the left elbow, swinging the bat earlier tonight. It's gotten colder. See if that has any effect on his stroke here in the 7th.
Just disappears. BJ, why is that arm angle so tough?
Well, it's tough to pick up out of his hand. You know, it's down under. You're trying to, you know, it's easy when it's coming from over top. You can see it out of his ear, but when you're down low like that, it's hard to pick up the spin.
Quickly, 2 strikes.
Need to invent a pitching machine for the hitters that starts a couple feet off the ground. Try to work it from there.
It's like the ball comes out of the ground on guys like Darren O'Day.
And from behind your left ear, right?
Exactly. It's unbelievable.
Tyler Matzek's going to start to play catch.
I used to hope the manager pinch hit for me when I saw those guys. They put me in a slump every time.
4th pitch coming up from Darren. No balls, 2 strikes. And he takes care of that. 3rd strikeout from the Braves bullpen tonight. The Padres have struck out 12 times tonight in 6 1/3 innings.
After the frisbee slider, he gives you a little two-seam heat on the inside. Might as well be 100.
I mean, they're playing tricks without the hitter's mind, because you threw 2 nasty sliders away. So now you're looking out, and now that ball comes back in on a sink. You got no chances. No chances.
C.J. Abrams. One ball, one strike. This is one of those classic battles in baseball. Abrams was born in the year 2000. Darren O'Day's first game in the big leagues was 2008.
Oh, man.
And if you're a left-hander, you see the righty sidearmer way better than you do a righty. So he's got a fighting chance here, even though he's young and just learning pitchers.
Trying to sneak a fastball by him. Just missed inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make him hit his way on. That's the question for Abrams at this point. Can he hold his own against big league pitching? He's a terrific athlete and a terrific kid. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He is holding his own right here. He'll force another pitch.
I watched him in batting practice. He has some power. He got some juice. Oppo taco. He pulls. I mean, he has some power.
Big thrill for him. Your first big league homer on opening day in your home park. Another 2-2. Little number out towards short. Dansby plays it on a hop. Fast runner and a good stretch by Olsen. And O'Day has his second out of the inning. Braves will see the Padres 2 more times here at Petco Park. Then they'll come to Atlanta May 13, 14, and 15. A 3-game weekend series. Hope you'll join us at Truist Park. Get your tickets today at braves.com/tickets.
It was an excellent play by Swanson, knowing the runner's speed, getting rid of that ball quickly. And that Abrams can fly.
Stolen base from Abrams in this game, a key play tonight. And Ha-Seong Kim, the final hope. He's popped out and singled. He's also scored the second San Diego run.
When Tatis went down, you could have very easily just put him at short and left it. The fact that they even put Abrams at short out there says how much they think about him.
And tonight he's playing right field.
Yeah.
Position he's never played.
Yeah, that says a lot. Bob Melvin obviously believes in this kid.
The number 4 prospect in all of baseball starting this year.
Yeah, if you're going to bring him up, you got to play him. You can't bring young guys up and sit them on the bench.
O'Day, 12 pitches, 9 strikes, 2 outs. Perfect spot for that fastball. Proof you don't have to throw 96. If you hit your spot birdie, 86 plenty.
That's it. And a little funkiness, a little herky-jerky, different arm angles, spin it.
O'Day ready with his 1-2. And he struck him out. Darren O'Day rolling. The Braves bullpen with 4 strikeouts in 2 perfect innings. 2-2 game. We go to the 8th. The Friday Night Showdown presented by Kaiser Permanente. Kelly Kroll, Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Chip Carey with you. Terrific game. We are tied 2-2 after 7. The 2-3-4 hitters are coming up for the Braves. As we take a peek at our player comparison tonight, fellas, it's brought to you by Landmark.
Matt Olson getting off to a tremendous start this year. Taking his walks. Eric Hosmer, look at that. OPS almost the same. 100 points difference. Matt Olson is dominating.
Yeah, I like our guy better.
That's not even a comparison.
He
if you
takes
ask
off.
me.
Yeah, in the last 3 categories, but 2 great first basemen and 2 great third basemen in this game. Some of the best in the league.
Pierce Johnson has not given up a run in his first 3 appearances of the year. It's time to change that. Johnson out of Arvada, Colorado. 63 appearances last year is a career high for him. He's also a veteran of Japanese baseball, played with the Hanshin Tigers. And that's lifted foul by Matt. Out of play. He's walked twice and tapped back to the mound. Wilson getting on base. That hasn't had many RBI chances. And hasn't been driven in much. Hopefully that'll change here in the 8th.
Johnson's got a good curveball. Will Olson look for it here? He did, just missed it. BJ, we need a home run so you can make the yah-yah call.
I know.
Chip's great home run yell.
Right.
I'm ready.
There's the shift for San Diego. Game's as even as can be. 2 runs, 5 hits for both clubs. Oh, that was close. Little high.
Matt has such a good eye.
Oh,
man.
And it doesn't matter, righty or lefty, high heat, good breaking ball. He's locked in on all pitchers.
Now the 2-2. No swing. Great hitters are not afraid to pass the baton. Olson's not been afraid to do that.
He says what type of player he is. Unselfish.
They also like to use the baton. This would be a perfect spot for him to unload with a 3-2 count. Again, Johnson's yet to give up a run this year. Struck him out inside corner. Olson's retired, 1 down.
Absolute perfect pitch right here. Inside corner, had a little tail. The comebacker looks like it's going to go at that front hip and be a ball. And then when it's too late to make a move and commit a swing, comes right back over the plate.
Good pitch selection there.
Nothing you can do.
Nope.
Austin Riley has a double to highlight his night. He scored the 2nd run. Breaking ball inside out swing, and he whacks it to right field. How in the world did Riley keep that fair?
Wow, good piece of hitting there. Good pitch too. Just fought that one off. A little backup curveball right there. And this is what Riley does so well, man. He keeps inside the ball. He can turn on it. But this is why his average stays up, because he can drive the ball the other way.
That's when you get dangerous as a pitcher. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a guy inside out the ball and then pull the ball, have power, be able to shoot it the other way. Very tough to pitch to.
Ozuna went for the downs, didn't get it. Strike one. 2 hits again for Ozuna. He's put the ball in play 3 times. Again, Marcell just 2 strikeouts this year. And 95 cut on late. It's 0-2.
He has such a short, quick swing. He allows the ball to get deep. And man, good hand-eye coordination.
Popped up. Will it stay in play? Machado drifts over near the netting and won't have a chance.
I thought Kelly had that down there. Kelly, were you close?
I was, but I was helping the other guys in the dugout here, like, you know, blow it away, blow it into the stands. Isn't that what you're supposed to do, Bertie?
That's it.
I didn't bring my glove with me, so, you know.
Rare strikeout of Ozuna. That's 2 out of the inning.
Slow curveball.
Yeah, we talked about Johnson. Very good curveball, using it to righties and lefties. That's tough after you throw some 95 heat.
Darno, the final hope in the Atlanta 8th. Padres will have their 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up in the bottom of the frame. Darno, some tough luck tonight, including a double play ball. Way outside, ball 1. Lot of room between Profar and the left field line. You've got a shortstop playing right field in Abrams for San Diego. Trent Grisham's a Gold Glover. If you split a gap in left center, you'll be in business. If you hit one into the left field corner, you might take the lead. And he missed a hanger.
That's
Even
a weird
count.
swing, BJ.
It is. He's so in between. His last at bat, we saw a swing like that. I don't know whether he's just guessing wrong.
The 1-1 pitch with Riley at first. Turned it loose that time, but he's down to his last strike. Whose bullpen will bend and break first in a 2-2 game? Braves relief corps, 2 perfect innings with 4 strikeouts. Braves have had 5 base runners against the San Diego relief corps, but have yet to push across the go-ahead run. Single runs in the 3rd and 4th for the Braves. Padres tied it at 2-2 with a 2-run 5th.
It's almost like he's looking for a curveball, and when he sees that fastball, he's just putting it in play, fouling it off. But he's waiting on that curveball. Hopefully he hangs it.
Got it and fouled it back.
He was waiting on that curveball. He missed it.
You could tell by that swing right there. He let it eat, BJ. He was thinking yaya to left field.
He was. Man, cannot miss it.
He was thinking Western Metal Supply Company. Give someone a souvenir.
Johnson ready. The 1-2. It's a good battle now.
There he is, fighting off that fastball. But in the back of his mind, he's saying that curveball's coming. I'll let him get away with it the first time.
It was a great game.
Cat and mouse game.
Padres got to keep Riley close at first in case of a gapper. He leads the pitch. Good take. 2-2. Johnson thought that was good enough for strike 3. The deuce is wild in a 2-2 game. Runner goes. Sharply hit and run. A base hit to center. And Riley's on his way to third. A hit and run. I don't think I've seen one in a major league game in 3 years. But it was a perfect time to break that out, and the Braves have him at the corners with 2 men out.
You got to pull out all the stops at this point in the game. I mean, that fastball's on the corner of the plate. Didn't try to do too much. He saw the runner going. Man, that is just perfectly done.
That's it for me. Cut down on a swing. I haven't seen that a while as well. Beautiful.
So the table's set for Adam Duvall. He's 0 for 3. Now you're in a spot where a single puts you in front.
Ooh, do not hang the curve to Adam Duvall.
Heredia would follow Adam if the inning continues. 2 strikeouts, 2 singles for the Braves offense, BJ.
And this is where Adam was so good last year. Runners in scoring position late in the ball game. Came up with some clutch hits last year.
I think that's the only time he got hits, when guys were on.
Oh, there was the breaking ball. Adam thought it was inside. .113 RBI man last year, Adam Duvall. Takes that one downstairs. It's there for the taking if Atlanta can catch a break here. 2 balls and a strike for Adam Duvall. Darno and Riley, the runners at first and third. Johnson piling up the pitches, his 25th. A little pop behind first. Long run. Hosmer to the warning track and into the seats. Foul. Will do it again. 2-2.
Well, I'll take that exact hit that Darno just did. Drive the ball right to second base. It is wide open over there. Cronenworth playing on the shortstop side.
2-2. Swing and a drive down the left field line. That's fair. Braves take the lead. 1 run is in. Darno on his way to third. Wash is going to wave him. Here comes the relay throw. It's going to be late. Duvall comes through, and the Braves take a 4-2 lead.
That's what we're used to, BJ. Mr. Clutch, guys on base, the RBI. All about timing.
That's when he's at his best. We saw it all last year. Late in the ball game, runners in scoring position. Just finding a way to put the ball in play. That fastball inside, he was able to get the head of that bat around. Excellent job by Adam Duvall. With runners in scoring position, he has been terrific.
The double, the big blow, but let's not forget the hit and run that set up a little extra pressure for Pierce Johnson. Second double for Duvall, and on Jackie Robinson Day, it's a 4-2 game. So meeting on the mound for the Padres, Atlanta's taken an 8th inning lead. Let's enjoy a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
This is a huge game for the Braves, guys, to try to build a little momentum on this Western road trip. You hate to waste an excellent start from Kyle Wright, who pitched great, had a little bad luck. And this, I think, is the way the Braves are going to have to win games in the early going. Hope your offense can hang in there long enough, because if you keep it close with this bullpen, it's going to be awfully tough for the other guys to score. And Atlanta's finally broken through with 3 hits in the 8th inning to take a 2-run lead. Guillermo Heredia, the batter. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Check swing roller. Johnson can't get it. Kim with a backhand throw to first is going to be late. Infield hit for Heredia. Now the brakes are starting to roll the Braves' way. Oftentimes you make them, and Atlanta has them first and third with 2 out.
Look at the energy right there. Heredia getting out of the box. Didn't necessarily do what he wanted to do there, but he put the ball in play. As long as it got by the pitcher, you knew you had a chance. And just the speed of Heredia put pressure right here on Kim. He knew he had to get rid of it. No chances.
So 28 pitches, too many for Pierce Johnson. He'll be taken down. 3 singles, a 2-run double, 2 strikeouts. And he's allowed his first runs of the season as Atlanta's taken a 4-2 lead. We'll tell you about the new Padres pitcher when we come back. Jackie Robinson Barrier Breaker figurine giveaway presented by Delta. Get your tickets at Braves.com. There'll be a second Barrier Breaker figurine giveaway on Friday, May the 6th. And that, of course, will feature our own Henry Aaron. Tonight, our tiebreaker was Adam Duvall with a 2-run double. Heredia followed with a check swing infield single. And now they'll take aim with the Braves at Dinelson Lamet, who has 2 on, 2 in, and 2 out, and Orlando Arcia, the hitter. Get more team coverage, full game replays and highlights. Braves baseball is streaming on the Bally Sports app, and it's presented by T-Mobile.
Finally a breakthrough for the offense for the Braves, man. Unbelievable. We've been waiting for this.
Feels good. Needed it.
You know, when you do the little things, that hit and run, good things happen. And I think that just really got this offense started, to see that. And then Duvall, who's been clutch all last year with runners in scoring position, that's a big hit. And Heredia, man, I just love his energy. When he plays, guys just feed off of him.
And last year, look, you won the World Series, but if you truly do want to run it back, the Braves won it by clicking in all aspects. They have the personnel to do it. This feels really good. You see the clutch. You see the energy. You see good pitching. You see good bullpen. This is the Atlanta Braves.
Lamet, a starter by trade, now working out of the bullpen. He's faced the Braves as a starting pitcher. That one got away. That's going to cost him a base as Heredia moves up 90 feet. And now a hit means 2 runs. All help appreciated tonight as the Atlanta offense coming to life in the late innings. They've had base runners all over the place. 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th inning. They've finally broken through here.
That's heads up running by Heredia, who got a great jump. As soon as he saw that ball headed for the dirt, he took off.
One-0 count for Arcia.
Perfect scenario for a hitter right here, man. On second and third, 2-0 count.
What are you looking?
He has to throw a strike here, so I'm looking for a fastball around the strike zone.
But he can't find the strike zone right now. 3-0. Here's Johnson's given up a couple of runs. Runners aboard are his responsibility too. As Dinelson Lamet. He is behind 3-0. The pitch. And a 4-pitch walk will load the bases. Well, if ever there was a time for Dansby to get hot, this would be it. He could bust this baby right wide open.
And hopefully this is exactly what he needed. To hit in situation with bases loaded. Hopefully he can square one up in that right center gap.
Lamet's a talented kid. He's had all kinds of elbow problems, Tommy John surgery, sprained elbow ligament. That's why he's working out of the bullpen now. As Dansby hits with him loaded. Didn't get it, a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Dansby's 1-for-6 career against Lamet. That hit a double. We'd take another one of those right here, wouldn't we?
He's not pitching like the scouting report. He's throwing 2 changeups right there. He has a very good slider. Runs the fastball up to 98 miles an hour. So he's pitching Dansby backwards. A little confusing for me. I think Dansby as well is sitting on fastball.
Yeah, he's sitting on a fastball. And you know he's struggling at the plate right now, so you don't want to throw him anything hard.
Duvall, Heredia, Arcia, the runners. 0-2 pitch. Alfaro can't get him. Runner coming home. Relay to the plate is late. Alfaro couldn't block it. And the Braves get a gift run. Talked about that earlier in the game. This was a perfect time for a ball in the dirt to give the Braves their 5th run.
A great jump by Adam Duvall. Recognizing this ball in the dirt. He takes off right away. And man, a good play by Alfaro, but better hustle by Adam Duvall.
San Diego is challenging.
Let's see if the Padres are going to challenge the call at the plate. I think they are. The throw looked like it had a chance to beat Adam. The question is, was the tag high and was the foot on the dish? For the moment, he's safe.
I feel real good about it with my own eyes up here. But we know our history with MLB replay. We will see Adam Duvall, the big masher, deceptively fast.
He's safe. He got his foot in there. The ball was high, but he didn't tag him until he got past.
Did it touch the tip of the shoe? That's the only thing I can see that might go against the Braves. Look at this angle. Did it graze the shoe? I think he missed it.
No, I think he missed it.
Now there was no PA announcement from Bill Miller, the crew chief, which is the new protocol. I'm surprised I didn't hear him say, hey, San Diego's challenging the call.
The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. San Diego will lose their challenge.
So they just confirmed it. Maybe they need to turn the PA up on the umpire. There's another look. Watch. Toe on the plate right there. Yeah, he swiped. Yes. He missed it clearly. So
that's a huge run for the Braves.
Now let's see if Dansby can deliver the dagger. You've got to face their big boppers one more time. It's a 5-2 game, a 3-run Atlanta 8th. Now it's 2-2.
He does not want to throw anything straight to Dansby right here.
My goodness. That was Lamet's 20th wild pitch in his 5th season. Does he have another one?
Well, he's gone from 0-2 to 3-2 after walking Arcia on 4 pitches. Dansby's the 8th Brave to hit in the inning. 3 have scored. 2 more are in scoring position. All 3 runs are Pierce Johnson's. To this point, pitch and a swing and a miss will retire the side, but a productive inning for Atlanta. Huge hit for Adam Duvall. He breaks the tie and Atlanta leads by 3.
I used to ride on a higher plane with the cosmonauts in space. I tasted love and I tasted pain. Everything tastes the same. Well, I'm no hero, no Superman. Never wanna die alone. I pack my bags and I count my
Great game in San Diego tonight. Braves have taken a 5-2 lead. Kyle Wright, A.J. Minter, Darren O'Day, and now Tyler Matzik are going to work. Matzik has been terrific. He's been doing a lot of pawing around the front slope of the mound. He could not seemingly get a comfortable landing spot. Let's hope that doesn't affect him as he enjoys a 3-run lead with Austin Nola set to pinch hit for Trent Grisham in the San Diego 8th. Grisham went 1 for 3 tonight. Matzik during his warm-ups was missing high.
And that's a great point, Chip. He just missed high right there, and then he looked down at his feet. This is where you step off the mound, you call timeout. I don't care if it delays the game. You have the ground screw come out and fix it. Too much on the line.
Shot toward left center field. Arcia got there. In between route, but he makes the diving catch and may have surprised himself.
Wasn't the ideal route, but man, good concentration, keeping his head on the ball and laying it out there for Matzik. How do you feel as a pitcher when we make plays like that?
That feels good, especially when I see you taking a weird route and I'm like, oh no, he doesn't see it. Then he comes up big. There you go. The clap, thank you. And we've got another shortstop in the outfield.
Can't have too many of them. Here's Machado. 2 more hits for Machado against the Braves. 7 hits in 9 tries in the series. The best he can do, though, is make it a 5-3 game. And look how late he was on that 95-mile-an-hour heater. Strike 1.
That tells you about Tyler Matzik's fastball right there, BJ.
Explosive.
Nicknamed the Death Star, among other things. Cult hero in Atlanta after he did what he did to the Dodgers last year with the 3 biggest strikeouts of the postseason for me.
And all of a sudden, Tyler's looking pretty comfortable. That was 97. He's now loose.
97 low and in on Machado. I don't think he expected that one. Everybody's been staying away from Machado.
7 up, 7 down for the relief corps for Atlanta tonight. Slide step and Machado, I think, thought that was strike 3. So did Matzik.
And that's how you get him. In case you missed last night, Machado loves to get extended. He will inside out the ball, but long arms, big bat, wants to get extended. I believe if you don't show him you're going to throw in, he'll eat you alive.
He beats the shift. Amazing. 3rd hit for Machado tonight. 8 hits in the series. And now Cronenworth is coming up.
Trying to go in. This is middle away. Machado able to put some thunder behind that. BJ, how do we get this guy out?
You don't.
Show him the scouting report.
Wow. You walk him. Unbelievable. 8 out of 10.
So Cronenworth the batter, an 0 for 3 night for Jake with 2 strikeouts. Didn't mean to, and off the trademark foul, strike one. That's the first base runner allowed by the Braves bullpen tonight. Luxury of a 3-run lead, though, for the Braves. Best Cronenworth could do is make it a 1-run game.
That's what I love about Matzik. I don't care if he gives up a hit.
Yeah.
He's coming right back at you.
And it's easy, too. It's not Mike's effort. It's nice and easy, smooth. 96, 97, 98. Young pitchers, look at this delivery.
Struck him out looking right down Broadway. Cronenworth has struck out for the 3rd time in this game, and as I said, fellas, one of the toughest guys to strike out last year.
I mean, what do you do right there? What are you looking for? You can do nothing with that pitch.
Now Voit, he's got the hat trick. 3 strikeouts for him tonight. The Braves have struck out 14 Padre hitters in 7 2/3 innings. That's almost 5 innings of no contact. And Matzik, after looking so uncomfortable during his warm-ups, all he's done is come in and throw 10 pitches, 8 strikes.
And what a great pitch to start Voit off with, a curveball.
Fly ball center, but right at Duvall. The night shift continues to roll. 3 innings of 1-hit ball. They protect a 5-2 lead, and to the 9th we go. Take on the Chicago Cubs. Great seats are left. Get your tickets at Braves.com. Boy, Truist Park was packed for the first homestand. Braves drew around 260,000 fans for the first 7 games. As Jose Azocar takes over in center field, Lamet continues with the top of the order, and Ozzie Albies, who's 1 for 4 with a homer. Braves lead it by a 5-2 score. A walk, strikeout, and wild pitch from Lamet led to a huge insurance run for the Braves. The 3 they scored in the 8th belonged to Pierce Johnson, as that's fouled at the plate by Ozzie. Even count. Now at 1-1.
As a hitter, you just get totally fooled by that pitch. I mean, you cannot swing at that pitch down in the dirt. That probably bounced 5 feet in front of the plate.
I mean, Lamet won't take his thumb off the ball, BJ. He's just spinning. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to say, but if I throw 98, I'm bringing 98, at least most of the time.
Yeah, but I'm a hitter facing Lamet right now. I'm going to make him throw me a strike before I swing the bat.
Kenley Jansen, as you saw, getting ready, looking to save this one for the Braves. He'll have Hosmer, Profar, and Alfaro scheduled in the San Diego 9th. This crowd was rocking until the Braves took command in the 8th inning. And this one into the shift. Cronenworth, nice play. And that takes care of Ozzie, whose offensive night is now 1 for 5. Here's Olsen. 1 man down. And I beg your pardon, it wasn't Cronenworth, it was Kim that made the play in the shift, so it's a 6-3 put out officially if you're scoring at home. And Olsen, the batter, he's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. didn't get that. Strike one. 41,993 here in San Diego for their second home game. Braves drew 309,000 fans for their first 7-game homestand. Averaged over 38,000. It'll be great to get back home after we wrap up the road trip in LA against the Dodgers. Braves will be home for the Marlins, then the Cubs. Home a week and then back out on the road. We'll wrap up the month of April in Texas against the Rangers. Then to New York for a big 4-game series with the Mets May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Hey, the National League East is going to be pretty tough this year.
It's going to be a great race.
Yep. A lot of offseason moves in this East.
That's a pretty good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, what's the biggest move you think in the East this offseason?
Might be this guy in the batter's box. Wouldn't you say, Matt Olson?
Yeah, he's up there. Scherzer as well.
The Mets did a lot, though. They really did a lot. Marte is a huge pickup for those guys.
Phillies added Castellanos to a big offensive club.
With Schwarber leading off.
Biggest leadoff hitter in history,
exactly.
Right? 1-2 count. And that missed outside.
And you talk about this guy. The only thing about Olson and a phenomenal move is Freddie Freeman was there, so you replace him. You get a little younger. I think it was a great move when you couldn't re-sign Freeman. He loves it here. Going to be here for a long time and phenomenal. I didn't see Jansen coming over. That was the biggest surprise move for me, where I say, whoa, you added another closer to a team that's already got 4.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that move, too, especially the way Will pitched in the playoffs and in the World Series. He was just phenomenal. But I love the way Alex Anthopoulos did it.
Yeah, asked him.
Mile high pop up. Olson just missed it, but look at him hustle out of the box. And he's out number 2. Pop up to the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. And Austin Riley with a 2-hit, 2-run game. The final 9th inning hope for the Braves, who lead it 5-2.
Matt just missed that pitch.
Nice, persistent, clean game for the Braves after last night's ugly 12-1 defeat. And as I said, I think this ball game tonight kind of encapsulates the way the Braves are going to play until they get back to full strength, get their hitting shoes on. It might be a struggle from time to time to score runs, but if you can keep the other guys close with this bullpen, you're going to give your offense a chance to catch up and break through. And I think that's exactly what happened tonight. That man's big blow breaking a 2-2 tie. Adam Duvall. Riley out in front, and that's headed for the seats foul. And Austin behind 0-2. Braves had their 6-game winning streak in this ballpark snapped last night, but they're trying to make it 7 out of 8 at Petco Park for Brian Snitker. With the day game tomorrow, late afternoon game local time on Sunday. If you missed the news, Bryce Elder is going to get the start for Atlanta versus Yu Darvish.
I'm so excited to see him throw again. First outing for the Braves, attacked, challenged, very efficient, got ground balls, wasn't scared.
And then tomorrow afternoon, big start for Ian Anderson, who struggled in his last couple of spring starts and exited early in his debut. Riley swings and misses. Lamet has his second strikeout, And to the fateful ninth we go. Kenley Jansen will try to nail down a win for Darren O'Day in San Diego. It's 5-2 Atlanta. We enter the bottom of the ninth inning on Jackie Robinson Day here in San Diego. Braves enjoy a 5-2 lead. And fellas, a man who's very familiar with this mound at Petco Park will try to pick up the save in game 2.
Love watching Kenley Jansen pitch. Forget about those numbers. One of the best closers in the game. I love the 89 career game number against the Padres. 44 saves. Very nasty cutter, comes right in on you, breaks late like Mariano Rivera. Incredible pickup for the Braves.
Yeah, his first outing, you can see the nerves a little bit, although his pitches were unbelievable. Got a couple cheap hits off of him. But his second outing, he was just dominant. And that's the Kenley Jansen I'm used to seeing.
So he comes in 9 out of 10 times. I mean, it's over. It's just not.
So a chance for his first save as a Brave in a park where he has saved 21 of 27 opportunities. There's no such thing as an easy save, especially on the road, but he's got the biggest lead that he can have with 1 inning's worth of work. And he'll have Hosmer, Profar, and Alfaro middle to bottom part of the Padres order coming up here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Hosmer tonight is 0 for 3, has not gotten the ball out of the infield tonight.
What you're going to see is a fastball that's 97 miles an hour at times and a cutter that at times is 95 miles an hour. So how do you pick up as a hitter the difference between 2 miles an hour, one that bites hard and one that's straight?
Of all the Padres hitters, Hosmer's had the best luck against Kenley in his career. But this is a different Kenley Jansen, it appears. 4 hits for Hosmer, 1 of them a home run in 11 head-to-head matchups. But Jansen doing what you like to see, gets way ahead of that first batter. 0-2 the count for the San Diego first baseman. Right down Peachtree, and Hosmer frozen. Kenley Jansen, a 94-mile-an-hour sinker, 1 away in the ninth.
Wow, the thing I love about Jansen is it seems like the older he's getting, he's starting to still make adjustments. You know, nothing he throws. That was the straightest pitch I've seen so far. Every pitch that he throws has really good movement in, out. But that second pitch, the curveball down in the zone, he's keeping hitters off balance. They're guessing up there.
The Padres have struck out 15 times in this game. Wright with a career-high 9, Minter 2, O'Day 2, Matzik 1, and now Jansen strikes out Hosmer and is ahead of Jurickson Profar, 0-1 to him. Again, 5 innings of no contact. That's a tough way to win, especially against this Braves bullpen, which has 3 1/3 innings of 1-hit shutout relief tonight. It's strike after strike, and remember, Profar was upset his last at bat. He took strike 3 on a ball that he thought was low.
That's why you never argue with the umpire, because you got to come back to the plate. Anything close, Paul, right here, you better be swinging.
You got it.
Kenley way ahead, 0-2. Boy, how the game has changed. You used to say, let's get to the other team's bullpen. That's exactly what teams will not be saying about the Braves this year. This club has the potential to take the lead in the 5th or 6th inning and turn out the lights.
Here comes the slider. Bottom should fall out of it.
Missed outside. It's 2-2. You know, this will be an emotional road trip for the Braves and for Kenley Jansen with the big Dodgers series coming up beginning Monday.
This early in the season for him. I know that was unexpected.
Base is empty for Profar. We're in the 9th.
Fastball in. Can he freeze him?
On the ground. Right to Ozzie Albies, and the Braves are an out away. Strikeout, ground out. Alfaro, the final hope. Nothing better for a manager, a pitching coach, and a fan base for a no drama 9th. And Kenley's doing that. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Alfaro. Jorge has singled and struck out twice. Ian Anderson and Nick Martinez continue the series here tomorrow. First pitch at 4:05 Eastern Time. Braves Live, of course, will get you warmed up for the 3rd game of the series. In at the knees, strike 1. Speaking of Braves Live, that will follow us. Braves Live presented by Xfinity. Peter Moylan, Trevor Scales standing by in our Atlanta studios to put a nice, neat bow on an excellent Braves game tonight. Pitch. And now Jansen a strike away. It's 0-2. There's that cutter.
He looks so relaxed in his delivery.
No balls, 2 strikes. Kenley Jansen 1 pitch away from his first save as a Brave. As Alfaro digs in, and did he go? They say yes. Loose ball, throw to first, and the Braves win it. Kenley Jansen with a couple of strikeouts in the 9th inning. Darren O'Day wins it. Atlanta's bullpen was awesome, and a clutch hit decided the game in the 8th.
Really excited about Kyle Wright getting his 2nd start. Pitched an excellent game. And Adam Duvall, getting back to Adam Duvall, runners in scoring position, big hit. As we see the Braves walk away with a 5-2 victory.
Yeah, this feels good. What a difference a day makes. Good pitching, defense, clutch hitting, a lineup that wears you down. And Jansen, congratulations on your first save with the Atlanta Braves. You were fantastic tonight.
I think we could get used to games like this, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Braves even up the series at a game apiece. They'll send Ian Anderson to the mound tomorrow afternoon in Game 3. Happy Jackie Robinson Day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the start to your Easter weekend. Braves beat the Padres 5-2. That's your final score. For Kelly, for Paul, for BJ, I'm Chip Carey. Thank you for joining us. Peter Moylan and Trevor Scales are standing by with Braves Live presented by Xfinity next.